Hey. Gary, I think that's your headphones.
Yeah, that's me.
All right, everybody. Back to the real discussion. We've had some technical issues, and now we're back. Hopefully, we stay back. Now, we were just having an off-camera discussion because we're talking about trending topics. So, who's that now?
Gary.
You sure?
My headphones is over there.
Okay. So I'm going to read this story because out of the trending topics, I think this is most fascinating. So I came up across an article on Radar Online, and it says, FBI investigator drops bombshell. Jeffrey Dahmer killed America's Most Wanted host, John Walsh's son. Okay? Now, we all know that they have that movie with
Dahmer. East niggas,
Yeah. First of all, none of the families were contacted when they made the movie.
Hey, Claudia, what's up?
None of the family members were. Sorry, go ahead, make a shout out.
I'm just saying hello to Claudia. She just popped in.
Hey.
As people come back on, I'm just saying hi. Thank you for coming back.
Yeah, none of the family was contacted when they were making the movie.
Wow.
They were not compensated. They just basically took every news clipping and just threw it together, and courtroom testimony, threw it together. But I think that's disrespectful, and that's why I won't watch the movie. I will not watch it. I'd rather watch the real trial on YouTube instead of watching that crap. Anyway, cannibal Jeffrey Dahmer murdered the son of America's Most Wanted host John Walsh, an FBI investigator reveals. Retired FBI agent Neil Pertel, interrogated the twisted murderer in jail, has claimed Florida police bungled the investigation into 6-year-old Adam Walsh's death. Pertel said in an interview that local police were determined to pin Adam's slaying on another drifter, Otis Toole. Now, anybody named Otis? What race you think he is?
He black, and his last name is Toole.
Well, pause.
This Toole.
Yeah, police agencies are like military when they have a mindset, he says.
Right.
Dahmer was linked to the barbaric crime by shoppers who spotted a creep matching the depraved monster description, stalking Adam at the Hollywood, Florida mall, where he was abducted on July 27th, 1981. Dahmer had moved to the area after serving in the military. Young Adam's severed head was found floating in a nearby canal 2 weeks later.
Yeah.
Pertel was one of the first investigators on the scene when Dahmer was busted in Milwaukee on July 22nd, 1991. His apartment was littered with human heads and other human remains. Yeah. So, what do you guys think about that?
I mean, that's super fucked up. Let's just start with that. And
I'm shocked.
I didn't even know it was like connected. That's what got John Walsh to do his whole
show.
I remember that. I didn't know it was Jeffrey Dahmer at all.
That is
I'm very
incredible.
shocked. I'm very shocked.
Yeah,
That is.
Sad.
but they didn't put that on the. I don't
He
think
never
they put
got
that in the
trial
movie.
for that.
No,
You know?
Is Jeffrey still alive?
no, he got
He got
killed
killed
in jail.
in jail.
Oh, yeah, somebody.
So
Wasn't it a black dude that killed him? A black dude killed him, yeah.
And according to what I've read, and I'm paraphrasing here, they set Jeffrey Dahmer up because I think this Jeffrey Dahmer and the dude had some type of issue already.
Right.
And he said that he killed him because he would like eat his food a certain type of way in front of him. Like he would play, because they knew he was a cannibal.
Oh, okay.
And the guy was a black guy. So he's taunting dude.
Like he wanted to eat him.
Right, like I'm going to eat your heart.
I mean, you know what? There is one question. I know we kind of got into it, but we got cut off. And I kind of want to revisit it, right, really?
Go ahead.
Like, can a straight man be friends with a homosexual? If someone actually asked that in the chat room, like, can a straight man be friends with a homosexual?
I think
without being judged?
No, I think so.
Oh, without being judged? I mean,
Without being judged.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, it's been going on for years. I mean, I don't see what the issue is, but it's an issue if it's a straight man friends with a transgender, they think they automatically together. So I'm saying, what's the difference?
Right.
There is a difference.
There's definitely a difference.
So a transgender, albeit gay,
Right.
prefers to wear women's clothing as opposed to a gay man.
Right.
Even flame on, he'll still be like male identified.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Like he could be like this all day.
Okay, we're not talking about. So we got transgender, transsexual. It's trans.
Well, you transition into another gender, right?
As you move along,
right.
As you graduate to the next level of becoming a woman, right? You're transing along, right? You're transvestite,
It's transing.
transgender.
So I mean, because now I'm thinking,
Chancellor.
do gay men transition eventually? Like, they may not like say they're gay, of
Yeah.
course, bisexuality, but is there a time in a gay man's life where he eventually puts on a dress and lipstick? Like, is that a natural course or progression? Not to be judgmental.
I don't think so. I mean, I don't think so. Only based on certain gay men that I know, and they seem, but then again, they wouldn't dress like that in front of me anyway.
Right.
But
That's what I'm saying.
But I'm thinking that they, like if they was going to be out like that, they'd be out like that. Like one of my friends, Tyrone Fripp, we've been friends since we were, 10. You know what I'm saying? And he always presents as a man. You know what I'm saying? He always presents as a man. He tells me some stories, so I guess, because he told me a panty story one time. So I guess he did kind of, behind closed doors. Maybe.
I think eventually they
That
put
you
on a
kinda do
dress.
that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I don't think they want to become. I don't think they want to become cross dressers.
It
well,
depends.
they do
Or do
become
they?
cross. I mean, even for one day,
Right.
you are a cross dresser. It's just like
Right.
taking a little penis in your butt. Like it can't. It's
Right.
either in or out.
Right.
It's either a little bit way in or all way in. It don't matter. It's still in there.
Yeah. Once the tip is there.
Fuck are you talking?
Yeah. Once the tip is in, it's
no,
on.
I'm using a euphemism about
okay.
like saying a woman is a little bit pregnant.
Right.
She's
yeah.
either pregnant
or
or
you're
she's not.
That's the deal.
If you're a cross dresser, if you wear a dress for one day,
Right.
you're still transgender.
Right.
Even for that day.
And I think it's hard body, right?
guess.
Because if you're riding around with a transgendered person in your car, right?
Like Teddy P?
The people immediately assume that you're with that person, which is kind of fucked up, really,
Funny that
right?
You brought that up. I saw an article on
What,
YouTube.
Teddy P?
I think
This was a woman. I guess that was a rumor.
What?
About Teddy Pendergrass? The time he got into the car accident.
Yeah, and he had the dude in the car.
They showed there was a woman that they interviewed, and she said she was the one that was in the car with him.
Yeah, the dude.
No, they showed a woman.
Nah,
not
that's
a
the dude.
What?
Yeah, it was a transvestite. I saw the interview. Nigga's name is Cookie.
Right.
Yeah, it's a dude.
No, that was true.
Yeah,
So that woman that they interviewed was the dude?
Yes. I saw the interview.
Yeah.
Yes.
Face off.
Right. Bomb. So, for me, it's like, if you hang out with somebody
You
like
tried,
that,
though.
let's say they're in the car. If they're in the car with you, and then you go to get dinner and you go to eat, and you can visibly see that there's a little 5 o'clock shadow going on, and you're hanging out with the person, right? People are going to immediately think that you're with them. It's an immediate judgment, right?
Okay.
Which I think is unfair, right? I really think the judgment is unfair because you might work with this person,
Right.
every day,
Right.
You work with them every day. You'll interact every day. There's nothing going on, but you like them as a person.
Right.
And then you got to be concerned that people are going to think that you're engaged in that same behavior, right? And I think that's fucked up.
That's guilt by association.
Right, correct. And I think that's fucked up. I think you should be able to be friends with a transgender person without being judged.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because at the end of the day, it's about you, right? If you're going to get down with that, then you're going to get down with that.
Okay.
And if you're not going to get down with that, you're not going to get down with
Right.
that. But
Right.
that shouldn't block you
Yeah, that's true.
from being friends with somebody that's like that.
Right. Because
Right.
you may miss out on a wonderful friend.
Friendship, right?
Yeah.
A wonderful friend that y'all could build a friendship together. You understand what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
Not a relationship. So I think it's kind of whack even that this thing with Lamar
Yeah.
is even a thing.
Oh,
You know what I'm
somebody
saying?
turned it into a thing.
Yeah, they turned it into a thing, but it's a whack thing.
Well, he's celeb.
I think it was the Kardashians.
Maybe this is actually his friend.
And this is where we are in society now.
Right.
Well,
Right?
being that he's a celebrity, they're gonna always try to
Yeah,
find
but
a way
I
to
think
bash
that
him.
too. I mean, even now in this day and age, just to have a man who identifies as male, a straight man, can actually come out and take pictures and say, "Listen, this is my friend," and I don't care what you say at this particular point because he had like 4 heart attacks, 3 strokes.
Right.
He's. I mean, what else? What else is left?
OD'd like twice.
Yeah.
What else is
Like,
left?
look, like he was in a coma. You know, he went through a whole. He went to the other side. For
Are you
a
talking
minute.
about Lamar?
Yeah.
Yeah, he don't give a fuck.
Yeah, at this point.
Yeah.
Like,
Matter of
why
fact,
should you care?
big shout out to him.
What does- you said, what does he have left?
Exactly. You know what? If he is gay, fuck it. What else do you do?
Bro, like, come on.
You done survived death.
See, I think that, like,
After death, there's no embarrassment. Just take the gloves off.
Right. Or near death.
Right.
well, listen, I do agree that if this person is your friend,
Yeah.
they should be a friend,
Absolutely.
right? You should be friends with whoever you want, because you could miss out on a great friendship. I think the other angle when you're dealing in that transgender community there is that you got a lot of them that get off on tricking straight men.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Right, that's the problem.
Well, yeah, that's different.
That's the
Because,
problem.
hold on. Because
Listen,
now,
my Kadar goes off.
right, because now,
I'm like-
Oh, you see that? Okay. go
now
ahead.
they go as far as to do all the surgery, right,
Right.
to look like a woman.
Yeah, they get their Adam's apple shaved. and
Right,
everything.
they do all the surgery to look like a woman, except for getting the Bozak off, right?
Right.
Now, a friend of mine a couple years ago, and I think, Rock, you remember a club in the village called Life?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That's the
okay.
joint.
So,
Over on Thompson Street.
yes, right.
Yeah.
So,
I never went on that night, though.
but
It was always straight night.
but
All right, go ahead.
a friend of mine went to an industry party.
Public service
a gay
announcement.
club once. You did.
I did.
For work, right?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I got into a fight with a lesbian, but that's another story.
Okay. Go ahead, Gary.
This particular night, it was I think it was a Victoria's Secret party or something,
Yeah.
right? So, he's at the bar getting a drink, and apparently, what looked like a woman, I guess he started talking with,
Okay.
and apparently, I guess went to talk to his friend, the bartender's like, "Yo, that's not what you think it is."
Oh.
Okay.
Right? And according to what he told me, he was like, it looked like a woman because
Yeah, that happens.
half naked, the hair, the makeup, and all
Yeah,
this
yeah.
other
Let me
shit.
tell you, some of them transgenders be looking, their face be beat as hell. They be looking good, bro.
But so he kind of snapped, and he had ordered a bottle, and when the transgender turned back around, he hit the transgender with the bottle.
Yeah, that
it's
happens.
not
Like, he
the
flipped that.
transgender's fault that he got fooled.
No, look, see, you can't be mixed
Well,
with.
okay.
No, listen. Clearly, there are dudes that are into that, right? And
Yeah.
that's fine. But don't be
It's not- right.
But don't be going to tricking straight dudes
Yeah.
because the dude is. When you try to compromise his manhood, he'll
Yeah.
fucking kill you or try
Well,
to.
Yeah, no,
Well,
he's right.
Well, that's true.
I mean, if you wake up and you feeling like something poking you in your back, you're like, hold on.
no, but
Something's
even
weird here.
No, not even that.
Why
Because
is-
transgenders are great at throat goating. They really do a damn good job at the
Jesus
throat
Christ.
goat.
Well, you
What the
got
fuck is throat goat?
What the fuck, man?
What is that?
I know what she's saying, but
Can someone explain? I don't know what she's saying.
I know what she's meaning.
What is
but
throat goat?
giving head?
Oh, okay. All right, thank you.
But she makes
sorry, no.
she makes up her own shit. I mean, it's clever. But she comes out of nowhere, throat going.
Yeah, throat goating. Yeah,
Throat goating.
yeah,
Like a goat. Throat goat.
yeah, throat goat.
Okay, all right, cool.
Greatest of all time.
Right.
Jesus.
But some men have been tricked into getting
Right.
throated.
Sure, yeah, that's happening.
Robin is right about that.
That's
yes.
true.
And then they find out afterwards, and that's where people get they get buried. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, my friend got caught like that.
yeah,
He got throat goated.
yeah.
I never told him either. I was just like, I'm just not even gonna tell you about it.
sweat.
Nah. he's
You
still-
knew?
No. I knew after the fact when he did it. After he did it, I went, oh,
You were an accessory?
I was not an accessory. The man, all right, listen.
After the fact?
Let's go again.
You were an well, you knew after the fact.
No, hold on. If I'd have known before the fact, I would have alerted him. I did not know before the fact. The man came upstairs
Right.
to the studio and was like, yo, Rock, and he told me what happened. And I went, oh. That's what happened.
You didn't tell him?
I did not.
And then you decided not to say anything.
Correct.
Which made you an accessory after the fact.
Well, then it would either be an accessory to that or be an accessory to murder. So what's the choices?
You're right.
You know what I'm saying?
Keep your ass quiet.
Correct, because I know that he'd have went back downstairs and would have did his thing, and I was like, yeah, it was good, huh? Yeah, I loved it. Well, wow. Apparently, throat goating.
I'm telling you.
Throat goating.
I'm telling you.
So some things you keep quiet. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't going to tell him what happened because I knew
I don't want to get into the whole
kind of guy he
mechanics of
was.
it, but I know the mechanics of it. You know, you got to have that strong jaw. You know.
So Lamar Whitehead. Damn, and that didn't even sound right. Lamar Whitehead. Okay.
All right. So you got Zaire 6K says, oh no, he's like, that's crazy.
Zaire, what up, man? That's
They
my
don't
dude.
want women to be called moms. What the fuck?
What?
They're saying they don't want women to have Mother's Day.
Oh,
They're trying
transgenders?
they're trying to take men
They
away
can't
from
do
women.
that.
Yeah, I mean, come on, stop that fucking bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Leave us alone.
Listen,
leave us heterosexuals alone.
Look, until
and we'll
you
leave
can
you alone.
incubate a man's seed and bleed every 30 days, we gonna have Mother's Day.
Yeah,
That's what we
correct.
gonna have.
That's wrong. I'm with that. But I will say that I think the radicalism of the LGBTQ thing movement, I think it's over, right? And I think that they're becoming they needed to be radical in the 60s, right? In the 50s and the 40s,
Okay.
when they were being persecuted, and they
Okay.
were being persecuted.
Okay.
And they needed to have rights, and they needed to be able to come out
That's
and do what
true.
they got to do, you know, so on and so forth. So I understand the struggle of it. I resent when they say that their struggle is my struggle as a black person. I'm like, no, it's not.
Yeah, they group everybody
they try to
into
group
the same
together.
umbrella.
Because at the end of the day, here's the deal. I ain't see none of you motherfuckers marching at the Floyd, what's his name? George Floyd shit, right? And then we want to march for y'all. You know what I'm saying? But just to continue on that path, they needed to be radical because they were victimized.
That's correct.
Terribly.
Murdered.
Yeah,
mercilessly.
murdered. Right. And
Gay bash.
That's what Jeffrey Dahmer's story is about.
it's about. It's about him eating gay men.
Yeah, and the cops and
Literally.
I got to tell you something. The cops knew because this dude got picked up like every month for like doing shit to people. Like there was a naked boy that the only reason why they caught him was not because of a black kid, some old Asian kid. It was like he had been killing like and eating his way through like 10 years, more than that.
Eating his way through.
That's
Yeah.
one hungry nigga.
Yo, and it was about an Asian boy, one Asian boy that was 13. And they didn't get him because of like the rape. Well, they did, but because he was 13. But they knew. And here's what I think. At the time, AIDS was like really rearing its ugly head at the time.
Right.
Even the cops didn't want to touch anybody with AIDS, or they thought they had AIDS or whatever.
Right.
But I think it's more sinister when you have a cannibal living in the smack dab in the middle of the hood. He was hiding in plain sight, and the cops knew, and they were like, those niggas. I don't care what you do with them. Eat them.
Eat him.
Do what you want. I think
Right.
the cops were
Chomp.
complicit, I believe,
Right.
until that Asian boy. And then they were like, oh, we got to do something now. Because they kept letting him out of jail, right? Mm-hmm. He kept going to the doctor. He kept getting prescription pills. He kept giving it to people so that they can like be zombied out.
Right.
Because that's what he wanted. He wanted a zombie in the house. He didn't.
Right.
He's fucked up, man.
Yeah.
No, he was real. You know what I'm saying? He was a cannibal.
And now here's my real problem. When Dahmer came out, knowing the climate right now, racism, I'm like, this is a comedy for them. It's like a comedy. You feeding them entertainment. Like,
Right.
oh, look at what we used to do. Like, this is great. And then they showing all the gruesome murders of black people. That's crazy to me.
That's fucked up.
It's twisted, but that's
That
what
is
I
twisted.
think. And I
Wow.
think the cops were complicit. They knew exactly what he was doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
So they said, let it rock.
Yeah.
Let
Yeah,
it
they
go.
let that shit ride, bro. They let it ride.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? And this kind of brings me to my point being is that you gays got to stop the radicalism. Like you're out of control.
I got a controversial.
now you want to
opinion about that.
now you want to take Mother's Day away from mothers, and
course.
you want to do shit that, you know what, we're not fucking with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, no one's bothering you anymore. No one's hanging you.
See, this is
You've made more progress in fucking 40 years than niggas made in 400 years.
so. Hold on. See, this is how I know men are selfish. Even in a dress, they want to take shit away from women. And you know why the transgender movement is going, like the movement that you talk about, the radicalism?
Right.
Because they're turning black women into men. They actually model transgender women after black women.
Absolutely. Diana Ross.
Now, black women
Donna
are becoming
Summers.
more masculine.
Yes.
So there's nothing to really model after anymore.
You said Donna Summers.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
She had a big gay following.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, super duper.
Oh, and I've been
Diana
to the drag
Ross.
shows. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Barbara Streisand.
Had a pleasure of knowing
that.
her for a short period of time.
Oh, but
Summers.
Donna?
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. Very nice woman.
Yeah.
Very
Very
nice.
nice woman.
So yeah,
Beautiful.
transgender, the
Beautiful
movement as far as transgender is concerned, and I gotta say, I gotta blame black women. They modeled themselves after black women. That whole snapping the fingers,
Everything. Yeah, everything. The head.
the makeup,
Right.
everything.
Everything,
They
yeah.
wear the butt pads. You go to
Well, we had this discussion before. What I was saying, in my opinion, my perspective was, it seems like they are trying to replace women,
oh yeah,
and women need to recognize, because it's a war allegedly between men and women, black men, black women. There's a war.
oh, it's a war between white men, Asian
Right.
men, and because them lady boys.
So I think we just need to pause and stop, reboot, and really watch and observe what's going on here.
Right.
Because
Well-
I'm not your enemy. We
Okay.
may have a disagreement. Doesn't make me the enemy.
I get you.
If we come to a common ground somewhere, but you got somebody right behind you, trailing on you, trying to replace you.
Nah, listen. I think honestly, and I believe you're right. You're right. But I think the deeper problem is you slow down the population
Yeah, that
when
too.
you can't procreate amongst heterosexuals. I think the agenda is to slow that in order to control the population.
Right. Yeah.
And I think they're like, have at it. Go ahead.
There's
because we
different
can't afford to
ways-
feed y'all anyway.
There's different ways. I would think that if you want to slow it down, but you don't go like that. You don't go against nature.
They're using all of them.
Yeah.
They're using all of them the
The
other way.
devil's working even when you're
using all of
sleeping.
them?
They're using
devil's
all.
working.
You understand something? I had a conversation with my friend, right? And if there are any gay people in the chat, you might want to close your ears to this. But I'm not being offensive. I'm only being truthful. No bullshit. All right.
Okay.
My Mike Jones asked me one day, right, about an abomination versus a sin, right? And I said a sin is an individual situation that affects you and you alone. An abomination affects the planet. I said being gay is an abomination. It's an abomination because you can't procreate. Henceforth, you're affecting the rest of the planet. That's why it's an abomination. And I'm not even saying it on no bullshit. It's just that's a fact. You know what I'm saying? If everybody did that, then we would no longer make any more people. There'd be no more
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
So that's what makes that an abomination. And he was like, damn, no one ever explained it like that. I'm like, but that's the truth. So, an abomination affects everybody. And I'm not now moving away from it just being that. An abomination affects the planet. A sin is individual.
Right.
Right? So here's what you have going on. If you're going to control the planet, you can't do it, the population, you can't do it with just one tactic.
Right.
You got to do it with COVID. You
Yeah.
got to do it with the abominations. You got to do it with the homosexuality. You got to do it with people not wanting to get married anymore. You got to do it with contraception. You got to do it with all these things, and even more than that, right? Sterilization,
True.
right? Sterilization happens in all types of foods and drinks. So all the tricks are working
Oh, you want to hear the biggest trick?
to
The
do that.
newest one?
Yeah, go ahead.
That's deep.
So in Canada right now, there's a euthanasia law. Like they say if you feel depressed or sad, you can actually go to a doctor and have them put you out.
In Canada?
Yeah, right now.
Henceforth, another tactic.
Right. I mean, and
You're
there
not
was-
preserving life.
I read a article where the guy was like, I just wanted to get medication. And they're like talking to him like, maybe you should just.
He's like, can I get the pills?
Maybe,
You
yeah.
should just end it.
Yeah. They're like, maybe, like, where do you work? Do you work? I don't know if your job is doing it for you. Maybe you're sad about it.
You're not productive.
Yeah, maybe you should go.
Just kill yourself.
Yeah, like a therapist. It's like going to a therapist,
Just kill
and at the
yourself.
end of the session, the therapist says, I think you should go. Like, I'll give you something.
Your time is up.
Yeah.
It'll be easy.
You ain't
And now
shit.
they're doing it to children, too. Yeah, you got to read the stories.
What part of Canada?
All of it.
The whole Canada.
And I wanted to move to Vancouver.
Yeah, it's over.
Better move to Montreal.
Correct.
Vancouver's beautiful over
Nah,
there.
Vancouver's beautiful. I've been there. I've been
Yeah,
to Vancouver.
it's beautiful. Especially West
Lot of
Vancouver.
water.
West
Lot of water.
Vancouver's nice too.
Yeah. I saw whales
this.
when I was in Vancouver.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Anyway, I don't know how we got into this,
But no, it was good. Euphemism and population control is where it's
Yeah,
at.
population control.
That's what, and see, and I think that one of the other things that happened here with the whole transgender movement is those that are getting the surgery to become women. So now you have these post-op transgender that's looking completely like a woman.
Yeah.
That now they're getting into relationships with men.
Yeah.
And clearly they can't procreate,
Right.
right? So, but I mean, that's crazy, right? So this is the thing. This is how far that it's gone.
Well, I will say this. If we could actually smooth this thing out, right? Because I've been in countries where it's smooth. You gotta understand something. United States is not. I've been to Thailand where they have the lady boys and all that is there. And you have to understand something. We make a big deal out of it. In Thailand, it's not even a big deal. They are woven into society. They're the when you go to the hotel, what's the person that greets you when you first come in? When you get
Concierge.
registered? Concierge. They're your waitresses. They're sort of woven into society, so it's not even a big deal. You know what I'm saying? They just exist among everybody.
Okay, but hold
But
on.
hold on. Here's the deal. If you are that, and you encounter a tourist, right? You have to let them know
You gotta
that
show
this
them
is what
ID.
you got to show them ID.
You got to show me
And your ID,
Oh, okay.
and you can't change your ID.
Right.
It has to say if your name is Mr. Wong, nigga, it's supposed to be Mr. Wong with the beard. Like you
Steve
can't change
Wong.
it, right?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that's kind of like, that makes more sense to me.
Right.
Okay.
Then and even when you go into the club, right? When you go into the club, you got to remember once again they're integrated. There's no gay night. There's no transgender night.
It's just open.
It's just happening, right? But what they do is they give them their section of the club.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
segregation.
So
They're a priority.
they're
In a sense.
they're where they need to be.
Right.
Okay.
And if you want to be there, then you're clear that this is where you're going, right?
Right.
So I just remember it was like the whole left side over here where they had bottle service and everything was all of them. They was all there and they were partying just like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? I knew the rules as being the host for the night
Right.
to understand the dynamic of what I was dealing with. But they had a section. So it was incorporated into the culture. It wasn't really a big deal. There were no tranny clubs. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
It was nothing like that.
Right.
It was, oh yeah, if you want to go meet a tranny, just go to the club. They in there. They're just in there. They just exist.
But America
you want to meet
is
one?
about segregation.
It's about segregation.
Yeah.
You want to meet one?
Separation.
Shit, it's probably the motherfucker that's, taking your order.
Right.
Right? It's just normal. But although I do know that one night, some dude, apparently it's an Australian guy, he fucked one of them. Right?
Oh, right.
And he didn't. He didn't know.
How can? Oh, they had the $1 million surgery.
Nah.
I think he was drunk, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he woke. I guess he went in and he was a little saucy. And he was. What was so crazy is no one ever would have known he did the shit if it didn't bug him out. But it bugged him out so bad. I was smoking hookah, right? And I'm looking in hookah. We smoke on the street, and he was running down the street naked. Oh, had sex with a tranny. Ah! And he ran down the street naked. And I was like, what the fuck's going on?
He lost it. He'll never be the same.
He lost it. Never be the same.
He's fucked up.
He probably went home like, I did like it though.
He probably went to Canada.
Like
It was okay.
it was exhilarating.
But now I'm going to
I got
Canada.
throat goated and everything.
He went to Canada.
So apparently somebody didn't follow the rules that night. Apparently, or maybe she did, and he went okay.
Somebody played him, man.
Nah, you know what? It could have went like this because
He's
you
drunk.
know he might have been drunk, and he might, and you know the guy at the training might have been like, hey, listen, hey, look, and he's like, okay, and then woke up sober. Was
That
like,
remind me of the movie Hangover.
right, exactly. Well,
Some
Thailand,
Australians do that. They get drunk and they just
And they
have
black
sex
out.
with anybody.
right, they black out. You know, what I'm saying? First of all, you got to understand the nature of Thailand. Thailand is everything that hangover is plus 10,
Plus 10?
plus 10.
That shit was funny.
Plus 10. You know what I'm saying? It's a real free society. It's a real free
Which is
society.
unlike here.
Which is unlike here, which is the reason why we're having these, the LGBTQ situation. And they feel that they have to fight and promote. They're not promoting homosexuality in these countries. It just exists.
Just here.
Here, we're promoting an agenda. It's on TV.
Political
Yeah.
agenda.
Yeah.
It's in every show.
It's on
There's-
Sesame
there's-
Street for God.
Sesame Street. Why? When did Bert and Ernie become gay?
Yeah, they came out the closet.
Bert and Ernie.
Hey, Bert.
Bert and Ernie was addressing the white-black situation. That's why Bert and Ernie are different colors.
Right.
That's what they were addressing, and then all of a sudden it got adapted that they were gay. Like, get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? It was Sesame Street was all about colorism, about dealing with racism.
Sesame
No,
gay.
but when they said Bert and Ernie was gay, I was like, so what? They
I was like
made a
this.
great couple. As a matter of fact, I'm like, so?
I was totally appalled. I'm not even gonna front. I was appalled because I was like, "You're robbing the truth."
No, when they
The
made,
truth was
when they made
it
Robin
was about white and
Batman-
black people.
Yeah.
Right,
When they
right.
tried to make
Living
Superman
together.
gay and Batman and Robin, they made Robin
Robin.
gay. I'm like, whoa.
I
hey.
always thought I always thought Kid and Play was emulating Bert and Ernie.
You thought so?
I mean, kind of theoretically,
You know what?
Look at the hair. and-
because kid kind of looked like Bert,
And they
do.
were two different
and
colors.
Play was like Ernie.
Yeah, am I lying?
Yeah.
Come on, baby. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Come on, baby. Oh.
And I always thought Oscar was Old Dirty Bastard.
Yeah, all day.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
Oscar.
Oh, you did your whole. We could do that. Let's.
Cookie Man was Busta Rhymes. you know.
Yeah. Count Drac. Oh, what's his name? Count. The Count.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Snoop Dogg. Snoop is a pimp.
With the cape in their hair, right? 'Cause he had the slick hair.
Paris one was Snuffleupagus.
Damn. Well, who's Big Bird?
Who would be Big Bird? Who would be Big
Who would
Bird?
be Big Bird?
LL Cool J?
Lamar Odoms.
No.
It would be Big Bird. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Are you guys?
It's just jokes. Don't take
Anyway,
it personal.
so next trending topic. I mean, so are we going to end it
Big
on
shout
that?
with Coolio.
Well, shout out to the transgenders out there. Just, you know what? I'm real funky with the bathroom situation, and the kids thing. But you know what? Shout out to y'all. Good luck on that.
Right.
Somebody's going to run for office as a transgender.
Of course, it's coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, and then win.
anyway, let's just move on.
Big shout out to my man Coolio.
Rest in peace.
And I have something about that.
Okay.
Actually, which is interesting. And it's just based on what I've heard so far. So I don't know, if it's facts, but it was on the news that apparently Coolio died on the toilet. Is that
Yeah, he
Yeah.
went to the restroom and
Yeah.
then he didn't come out.
Yeah. That,
right?
Yeah.
Died on the toilet.
Yes.
Okay,
It happens.
I didn't know all the details. I just know he went to the
Yeah.
bathroom.
So what happened with that is, and I teach this during the class. I tell people all the time. We find in EMS, most people in New York City dead on the toilet because when they're having a heart attack, they go to the bathroom and they go to strain to defecate, right? Because they're nauseous. They feel like they have indigestion, bubble guts, the whole thing, and it's not that. It's that they're actually having a heart attack. So what happens is when you strain, you slow your heart rate down, and then you go into cardiac arrest.
Right.
So this apparently, based on what I've heard from just listening to the information, is what probably happened to
Yes.
Coolio. He went in the bathroom. He's probably having chest pain. He felt a little funny. Went to the bathroom, strained, went into cardiac arrest, and died.
Right.
Wow.
And then nobody probably knew CPR.
No, they said that the when the paramedics came, they worked on him for 45 minutes.
But what did they do before the paramedics came?
That is a mystery.
Did
And
I
that
say
is the
that
problem.
yesterday? Did
Yeah,
I say
right,
that
right,
yesterday?
right, right.
See?
Yeah,
They
like,
left him in the bathroom and
Yeah.
just said, he's been in there for 40 minutes.
right. You understand what I'm saying? And in those 40 minutes, here's the deal. Once you go into cardiac arrest, you only got 10 minutes before it's actually reversible.
Really?
Yeah, it's only about 10
Yeah.
minutes. After that,
Wow.
the paramedics did their best,
Right.
but it was already over.
Right.
If he was in there 30 minutes dead, he had no heart muscle left.
Right.
It deteriorated to nothing, and he was already brain dead, and the blood already started to clot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and no bust, because I know if I was there or any of us and somebody went in the bathroom, it's nothing for you to be like, damn, that nigga been in for a while. What the
Right.
fuck are you working today?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're not going to go knock on the door thinking that this nigga dropped dead.
So they must
No.
have
I'm
had to
saying-
bust the door down.
Oh, yeah, they did. I'm sure they locked it and
He
then
was,
they went
already,
to the
he
door.
was already dead by the
Yeah.
No,
time.
he was very
Way
dead.
dead.
He was very dead. But the problem with this is these are the things that I try to educate people on. I tell people, if you feel like you're having the signs and symptoms of a heart attack, don't go to the bathroom.
Right.
Don't go to the bathroom because it'll kill you. Big shout out to my friend's mother. I'm not going to mention her name. She was in her 80s, late 80s, and she died on the toilet. Same thing. Went to the bathroom, strained, and died on the toilet.
My
That's how it
daughter's
works.
father died on the toilet as well.
Yeah. That's basically how it works. So Coolio had been subjected to that, unfortunately. Had he had known and been educated in this information, he'd have known the last place to go is the fucking bathroom. Call 911. You know what I'm saying? Once you go in the bathroom, you're on your own. And then we, as guests or people, we're not going to think there's anything wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How many times a motherfucker been in the bathroom for 20 minutes and they come out? They do that. You be like, damn, they're using it a long time. You don't want to go behind me. Like it's that
Yeah.
kind of vibe. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
So no one understood what was happening to him. And unfortunately, he wasn't educated enough to know that maybe I'm feeling a little different. Because he didn't feel normal. Trust me when
Right.
I tell you. It was
Well, I mean, someone, I guess his friend's house that he was at, somebody should have seen maybe some type of sign. But
he's Coolio.
but it's
Listen, if
it's
you
definitely
can't see a sign if you don't know what you're looking at. You know what I'm saying? If you're illiterate, you can't read a stop sign. You'll know the shape, but you can't read a stop sign. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't know the signs and symptoms of a heart attack, then you're just not going to know to even be like, yo,
Right.
hold on, you know what? Be easy.
Right.
Be cool. Let's call 911. Let's get you some aspirin.
Right.
Right? You're not going to know that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's no bust on nobody. And if he didn't have if he wasn't doing this
That's the
before they
visible
went
sign.
in, right,
Right,
that's the visible sign.
Right.
But
But
if he wasn't
sometimes
doing
it's
that,
silent.
sometimes it's silent. He might not have known. They might not have known. And it's unfortunate because how old was he? 59?
And that is
59.
what I'm concerned about.
my actually a very close friend of mine, she was dating him for the last 3 years. So so she's pretty devastated.
Of course.
She's getting the latest info on what has.
Well, you have to watch it on the news, right?
Well, she
Because he made a big impact on, the culture
Yeah,
at the
yeah, yeah.
time.
Yeah.
He's, let me tell you something.
He's Coolio.
Yeah, Coolio was.
He was on like game shows.
Yeah,
he did Keenan and Kel's openings like from Nickelodeon. Like
Yeah.
he did cooking shows.
He performed with
had a
Stevie
book.
Wonder.
Well, I'm just saying, yes.
I'm just saying.
Coolio was big.
He was, had a video with Michelle Pfeiffer. She made a statement,
Yeah.
and you can't get whiter than Michelle Pfeiffer.
True.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That is true.
She like that was my peeps. I'm so sad because she's older than him, and she's like, damn, that's young.
God damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, it's,
Rest in
it's-
peace and my condolences to his family.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And,
Absolutely. It's never easy. It's never easy. But this is a reminder to men that you must go to the doctor.
Yeah, get your shit checked out.
Yeah.
Women go to the doctor for a headache. We
I
go
was-
to the doctor
Yeah.
if our nails get chipped.
Yeah.
We go to the doctor. We get our mammograms after 50. We get our pap smears. Well, for many reasons, but we
Your
go
titties
to the
mashed up in
doctor.
that machine.
No, well, yeah, you got to get the mammogram.
Yeah, titties get
I don't
mashed
want
up
to.
in
Yeah,
the machine.
yeah, mine did.
Yeah, that shit hurts.
Nah, not this one.
Oh, didn't?
No, they had to press it. Like they had these two.
And that didn't
plates
hurt?
It was a little pressure.
I'm just saying. I mean, listen, it's a
It's a little
tolerance of pain
pressure,
issue.
you know. I
cheeks
I
mashed
actually
up.
enjoyed the contact.
He was like,
Christ.
squish my titties, squish
can't wait
my
to go back
titties,
to the doctor,
squish
huh?
my titties.
I'm like, a feeling. You know what I mean? But anyway, so
Jesus.
no, men need to actually go and get checked.
I was just talking
Please
about that
do
yesterday.
Get your prostate exams, get your colonoscopies, check everything. Do a full panel STD check too. You know what I mean? Because sometimes you just don't know where you slip up at. I'm just saying, just go to the doctor. Keep up with your health. And not only that, but it's also good for your insurance. If you have an insurance policy, you
Right.
keep the payments low because you keep going to the doctor. And they actually check to see when the last time you went to the doctor and what your diagnosis is. Men, go to the doctor. Please, please, it's important. Give me some claps. Look, we grow up with our men. We grow up with our brothers. We grow up with our fathers. We grow up with our husbands. And we love our men. Please take care of yourself.
You know what's interesting? Because on Maria's show on Monday, a woman made her guest actually made a statement, right? And she sort of explained the black woman mentality, right, against black men, or with black men, I should say. And she said the reason why a lot of black women are very aggressive is that they don't feel protected.
Well, yes, it's like the frog. It's like a frog who naturally turns into a male frog turns into a woman, like naturally. They change sexes when they know that they, I don't know. It's some type of response. It's some type of response that naturally makes the frog turn into another gender, which I thought was wild.
Wow.
But no, here's the deal. And I'm from a woman's perspective, a black woman's perspective that raised children by herself. You can't help it because you are already thinking about the chessboard. Like, how do I protect my children? The man's not here. He may be in jail. What can he do from there? Right? Or you have, boyfriends who are, they just abandon you. Your father may have abandoned you, right? And all you know is you. All you got is you, right? So what do? Somebody gets in your face and, all bets are off. She may lose, but she's willing to take a gambler's bet, right?
Right.
That's it. And this is something that we've been dealing with because of black men are 5 times more likely to go to jail. You will see jail in your lifetime if you're a black man at some point.
Right.
But at this level, women have been not only used to it, they've adapted to it. And they had to. So that's why there's a masculization of females now. And that's why the transgender movement is not really taking up steam because women are now not women anymore. They're now masculine.
And I thought that was a very interesting statement that she made because it was like, damn, word. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Wow.
I just know that in my lifetime, I've heard these words, right? I've heard these words from women. I feel protected when I'm around you. And I'm like, well, don't you feel protected around every man? Shouldn't you?
No.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And apparently that's not a reality.
You want to feel safe.
Wow.
Right. Feel safe. Feel
You
safe.
want to
Feel
feel
protected.
safe.
Insecured.
Right.
Well, that's a natural response for a woman.
Right.
A woman is supposed to feel that way.
Correct.
Right?
Right.
She's supposed to allow the man to lead her and make her feel safe. That
Right.
means that he is the dominant partner that protects the home.
Right.
It's instinctive. It's an instinctive human trait that all women should have. But because it's absent from their lives, they're actually making up for it by trying to how can I put it? their senses are dull because they can't be women. They can't be sensitive. They can't just fall into the man's lap and say, "Oh, you take care of me." Right. You know, because that's the man's role.
Something happened.
Well, a lot of things happen. All of it is political. Really.
Dating back from slavery.
No, before slavery too.
Before slavery? What is it?
Oh, thank you very much.
Everybody want a butt? Everybody want a...
I'll take a
Negative.
butt.
No
I'll take a
bud.
butt. I'll take a
Stop.
butt.
You don't want no butts.
You gonna give me an opener or what?
No, you don't need an opener.
Oh, and you just twist it?
You didn't know how to open that shit up.
Well,
Yeah.
When's the last time you drank a bud?
Give me that one.
you know
Exactly.
You know what goldfish do?
No.
They drink water all day. I am like that with alcohol, sir. Toast to you and Bud, who is not sponsored on the show, by the way.
And bud.
Nah, and I think that I think that the problem also is that a lot of our black men have not been raised by men. They've been raised by aggressive women, right?
Right.
So now,
Mammies.
right? You've been raised by mammies, right?
Yeah.
Mannies, right? And so now you become naturally submissive. You know what I'm saying? You become naturally not a leader. You become. You look for, a lot of black men look for a mother-like person,
Right.
to take care of them.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because they weren't raised by their dad and not realizing and not understanding that the dad is the fucking hunter.
Right.
The dad makes it happen. The
Right.
dad is out there in them streets. The dad is the one that brings home the bacon,
Right.
right? And that's what's supposed to happen.
Right.
And I think that's the switch really, right?
Right.
Because when I talk to the young girls, the 16-year-olds and the 17-year-olds, 18-year-olds that are now dating, and that I've had the pleasure to be exposed to, just to hear their conversations. And they're like, for the most part, they're like, boys, there's some bitch-ass niggas.
Word.
They gossip. They gossip. And
Look at TikTok.
Yeah,
Look at TikTok and
Yo, listen,
YouTube.
you know what? I'm glad you brought that up, right? I'm not going to mention this person's name. He's been cool with me. He's a blogger. He's being accused of all kinds of assaults, kidnapping, sexual, all kinds of assaults.
Right.
And all these guys are blogging about it without knowing the facts.
Right.
Men talk too fucking much today.
They do. They do. They really do. And I think that's a problem. And I think the
It's
roles
scary.
are becoming reversed. And I was you were talking and you brought something to my attention about why men are scarce, right? I talked about the incarceration aspect.
I hear what you're doing, Rock. You think I don't?
I'm putting background music. I'm trying
Did
something
you
new.
really?
Yeah, I got background music.
All right, good. Because you're going to make it suspenseful. I don't know if you're doing
I
that.
do that all the time in my blogs, background music.
But here's the deal. It's not just about 5 times the incarceration, but you look at the job numbers, the income levels. White men make 25 times more than the average black man. He can't provide for his family. He can't provide for his home. He gets disrespected, you know, right? Then they herald the female, because all the student debt relief that's going on right now that people are so angry about, 80% of the debt relief is for black women. 80%.
Not black men.
Right.
We don't go to
Really?
school either, really. So
Well, no, but there's trades that men can do
Right.
that would make more money than a woman with a degree can make, but he still would
True
make
shit.
less than a white man.
So it was about race, man.
Well, it's
It's
no.
sad. I'm
It's
just
a
saying.
distraction.
That
Stop.
too. That too.
It's a distraction because you think about it, everything trickles down. You and your white counterpart can like have the same job. He can make 3 times as much as you do, but you don't know it.
Right.
And in his neighborhood where he pays taxes, they fix his roads, they make the schools better, and y'all do the same job.
Yeah.
But where you live, you make 3 times less than he does. And you know you're paying taxes. But the roads are bumpy, schools are messed up. You think that this is an accident?
No, it's all a game.
It's a distraction.
That too.
It's a distraction.
a distraction from what?
Well, if they all got together and knew that the real enemy was the one orchestrating this whole thing behind the curtain, you'd have a rebellion.
Right.
You can't do that now because everything is in your face. Everything I watch now on the web is about man versus woman.
Yeah. It's
Black
annoying.
men versus black women.
It's annoying.
And YouTubers are creating content
Yeah.
just to bring that to the table. And I'm like, you ain't got nothing else? This
Yeah.
is a tried and true method. It's kind of funny. Like someone with a low IQ would actually be like, I'm gonna watch that, and they ain't got nothing to say but more distraction, right? More distraction. Go ahead, Gary.
So we have
There's
nothing that's saying. I'm just gonna say. So what you're saying is there's nothing that's saying, or that people that do say, the unification of the black man and the black woman is what we need to be talking
It's dangerous to establishment.
about. Right.
You can't have it. So it's the algorithm. The question is the algorithm, because people do things for clicks and views.
Right.
Is the algorithm feeding into this narrative about black men versus black women? Because they know, look, if I talk about this will get me like 25,000 views.
Right.
But what they're doing is the opposite of what needs to be done to keep the black family together. We've gone through all of this time with we're more educated now than our ancestors were 100 years ago. And somehow they got it right, and we all fucked up.
Right. Because they were more unified in their approach.
I'm gonna
As bad as some of that shit was, they were still unified as a family.
Because they had a common enemy.
Correct. And that's what they fought against.
But now the enemy's everywhere in every different mediums, doing everything all day long.
Go ahead,
Gary.
There's a term called social engineering.
That's correct.
There's a institution in London called the Tavistock
That's
Institute.
correct.
Tavistock Institute, they have contracts with all your major governments and all your major Fortune 500 companies. I would suggest that some of you go online and look up them, see what they do, see what they're involved with, because a lot of what Robin's saying, it definitely makes sense. And this really goes deep into the
There's another
behavior, because you're talking about
the Heritage Foundation.
Them too, because it's the behavior of people, like everything from, like the Tavistock Institute has done everything from what clothes you like to wear to what we do online to, making Google the #1 search engine. So this social engineering stuff is very, very deep. And now we're in this era with this whole new world of new media, clicks and likes and algorithms. I think if we're gonna unify, we have to understand not only what we're doing, but at least use this technology to our advantage. But a lot of us are seeing it as, just a way to make money because they're getting clicks and likes.
All right, but hold on.
Oh wait, DOA has something.
Go.
No, I was
I love
saying,
it.
going back to what you were saying about distractions, it's tremendous distractions out here.
Of course. That's a social experiment.
Yeah.
That was actually Naomi Klein's book. Look it up. I'll tell you about it later. It's a book where she says psychologically, if you bombard people
Right.
with so much information, they can't make heads or tails of anything to focus on.
Right.
They're conditioned to, all you need to do is just make them focus on one thing. Like, you can have more than one medium, and they could be like, oh my God, this is too much. It's like the Trump presidency.
Right.
But if you focus on just one thing, it's the only thing that's going to dominate your thoughts. That's it.
Right.
They know this. It's a psychological experiment that was done in World War II or World War I. It started there, where they would put one thing in front of someone. They would sit there with goggles and they would look at a screen. They would blink that light. Then it would be 2 lights. Then it would be 5, 7, 9. And then everybody would get confused. They didn't know which one was the first one. And it worked. And they actually changed people's minds about reality doing this. I'm gonna give you the name of this book. But anyway, did you just interrupt what I was saying?
No, it's fine.
No, you did that shit on purpose.
No,
I know you did that shit on purpose. Did you throat goat me?
So that's what we got going on here.
I sure did not lately.
What he did was a distraction.
Yes, he was doing. No, he did that on purpose.
Nah,
I'm fucking with you.
I'm that low on the totem pole.
I mean, at the end of the day, man, we are a lot more educated than, of course, than our ancestors were.
Our forefathers. Or are we really?
But here's
our descendants.
In a different way we are, but here's the thing, right? What do we do about it?
Well, nothing if no one can actually figure out. Like, if all four of us was like on that bullshit, what am I gonna tell y'all to make y'all really change your mind? What am I gonna do? Right?
So you say we're gone already?
Right.
We're already.
But we've been gone. And here's the topper. When welfare got into the picture and child support got into the picture, it was a wrap. It was a wrap. Once a woman calls the white man on you and takes your money and puts you in prison because you ain't paying them on her behalf, what do you think is happening? It's a separation. It's a separation of the family that is being done on purpose.
Yeah.
Divide and conquer.
It's everywhere. It's everywhere. Now
definitely
we have to
prevalent.
battle transgenders in the bathrooms now.
Right.
We gotta find, there's people in middle America that's worrying about a man being in like the girl's toilet, right?
As they should.
You gotta fight back.
As it should. But it's all about how you deliver the message, isn't it?
No, listen.
You gotta understand something. How do they deliver their message? Since we're back on this shit.
We ain't gonna ever get off.
How does the gay community deliver their message? How do they do that?
That's a good question.
Oh no.
No.
It's a natural answer.
What?
They
Entertainment.
protest.
No, entertainment.
Oh.
It's all over the TV. It's all over the internet. It's all it's all in the songs.
Right.
It's all
They're
entertainment.
They're empowered to,
I'm just saying, I'm just answering a question, right? Which is entertainment. We don't make entertainment in terms of that type of content, right? We're preachy, right?
Yeah.
We're preachy. If you're going to do something, if you want to affect anybody, make it entertaining.
Make it a rhythmic song.
Make it a rhythmic song.
Then they can repeat and in their heads.
Play.
And the next thing you know, you're in
Right.
it.
Right.
And you accept it.
Programming.
Right, come on,
Yeah,
baby, it's
programming.
programming. And program is entertainment all day.
Go ahead, Gary.
Wait. Oh, shit, hold on.
Okay.
There are lazy ladies on the house. Huh?
Come on, ladies.
Lazy ladies.
Are you guys still on the air?
Yeah, we are right now. Yeah, we still right here.
We are
What's up, ladies?
giving a live report all the way down here from Atlanta, Georgia. Is it raining up there, first and foremost?
It is not raining yet. However, we need a report because we know that my man Lazy Lays is at the BET Awards right now. So we need a report right now. We need a report.
Well, first of all, I got a surprise visit. Your boy, Dr. Malik Smalls from middle school of Excellence came down. That was kind of crazy.
Malik Smalls is in the house.
Everybody's down here. The world famous MOP. They did all the stuff they had to do today, and we have yet to go. We're going to go on live, and we do a couple of rehearsals, but we're going live in about another 10 or 15 minutes. So I just check it in, and the guys are ready to go.
So you guys about to hit the stage? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, we're about to hit the stage in a little while. We just right now it's BET, so everything runs behind schedule.
Exactly.
And we're ending the show. And we're ending the show with the that's the climax. You know what I'm saying? The big loud.
Okay.
So, shout out to Steve Rifkin, shout out to Wu-Tang Clan, shout out to Lil Kim.
So, ladies, come on, man. Come on. Right now, on the show, on The Real Discussion, what's the lineup for the BET Awards? What are we going to see?
Right.
And when does it air?
It's a couple days.
Is it Tuesday?
The 4th, right?
4th, yeah.
Tuesday.
All right.
Fourth. Yeah,
Who's
it's
on the
the
show? Let's go.
Okay. Well, a lot of people on the show, but let me just give you the hip hop people that you guys love. We got Little Kim. We have Remy Ma. We have Fat Joe.
Okay.
We have Steve Rifkin. We have Dead Presidents. We have Lil Flip. We have David Banner. We have 3-6 Mafia.
Wow.
We have world famous
MOP.
Yes, and we have Havoc, Mob Deep. Recipe to my brother Prodigy. It's amazing. It's gonna be a great night.
Oh wait, Lays. So there's been a lot of talk about Fat Joe being the host of the BET Awards. How did he do tonight?
He did great. Well, first of all, let me just say something about Fat Joe. Fat Joe has become an amazing individual. He waited, he did his thing, he made the records, he made the moves. If there's anybody you want to talk about artist development that evolved into a major player, he will be definitely satisfied at what Fat Joe does tonight.
That's great.
Fat Joe is doing this. We're
That's
real
great.
proud of Fat Joe. Fat Joe was a solid individual doing his thing. Man, much love. Also, shout out to the Wu-Tang Clan. I did not say Wu-Tang Clan.
Oh wow.
Method Man, I know everybody wants to know who's going to be here. Well, RZA, Method Man, Raekwon the Chef, Inspector Deck. Everybody's here.
The whole clan. The whole clan is here. Yeah. Deck is my man. Inspector Deck's my man. I missed
we
two of
just
his
did,
albums.
We just did the red. We just did we call it the MOP abbreviated version of the red carpet. He's like, we're gonna do what we want to do, and then we leave it.
That's
Right.
what's up.
That's right.
Yeah, and then we did a couple of big interviews, and everybody was there, man. Drink Champs. Oh, let me just give you. I think Drink Champs got a major award.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Drink Champs got an award?
Yeah, big award. Yeah,
Big shout out to Drink
big award.
Champs. Big shout out to Nori.
Shout out to
Man,
Nori.
Nori.
Nori transitioned into something
Let me
else.
ask,
his
is
thing.
MOP going to do
Nori-
Drink
Nori-
Champs?
We don't know about that yet.
Okay.
That is in the, we get they ask us every couple months, and we never commit to it
I
because
think that would be a great interview.
Yeah.
Well, maybe.
Lays, first of all, we are the original Drink Champs. Let's just start with
Exactly.
that shit. Okay?
That's, that right there. Let's just
right, let's
there's
just start
nobody
there.
more drink champion than Rock and Laid.
Right.
We are the
Billy
original
was
Drink Champs.
Billy was such a drink champ. He had to retire the belt.
That's it. You understand?
Well, shout
That's
out
real
to you,
talk.
Lays. Shout out to you, and we're proud of you for all the work you've accomplished over the years. I really like. I actually like to see that you being, as part of MOP, but as I don't know, you're the DJ, but I think you're the heart of MOP. And
That
I
is
think
true.
That this is your night. This really is, and I'm proud of you. Okay, for all the work you've done and all the blood, sweat, and tears you put in, and you need to be celebrated as much as anyone else, for putting this group together and keeping them together. So that I would say tonight is your night. It's your night.
Well, two things to that. First of all, thank you very much. I appreciate that, Robin. Those are very kind words. But just to be perfectly honest, I'm not really a DJ, but I just fit in where I fit. Whatever.
Right.
If there's a need, I'll do whatever I need. If it means sweep the floor or get behind the set or whatever I got to do, we do whatever we have to do. If I got to
Right.
make a beat or if I got to plug in a mic in the studio, we just do whatever we have to do. The great thing about this group, I just think there's no real defined roles with the exception of Bill and Fame, who are amazing evolved artists that do what they do, but everybody just like a barbecue, it's a family. Everybody does what they need to do.
Yeah.
So that's the great thing about it. And I really appreciate any success that the group gets. And when we talk about accolades, as long as people keep saying that word MOP, I always feel that for me it's happy. I'm always happy because I understand from where it comes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the great thing about it. I know where it comes from and where it has gone
Right.
and where it's continuing to go. And listen, at the end of the day, these guys are still doing their thing. They are enjoying themselves. They're having a good time. And listen, at the end of the day, we're the only non-platinum group on this dais, if you want to call it that. And they got us in a prime spot.
That's
And
great.
I appreciate that.
And I
So
think-
there's a lot of humility there. And, we're very humble and appreciative.
That's
of
great.
that.
I mean, you and Rock and Billy, right? And right,
Fame and Fox,
Yeah.
and Flip and Tef.
No,
and
you deserve all of
Fame,
this. This is your time.
Fox,
This is
Flip,
yeah.
Tef, all of the, the amount of years that, that people put in, the amount of miles and the amount of roads. And this is just one of many things. Listen, trust me, when you guys see this show, first and foremost, let me tell you something. When you guys see the show, I cheated a little bit too. Like, I sent MOP's music just a little bit louder than everybody.
As usual.
As you should. As you should.
Well,
As he does.
What it is the problem is it's not, I didn't cheat, but some people get a little lazy. So they put in MP3s when I send full-blown WAV files.
That's
Right.
correct. That's right. You're going to have more sound. You have more sound.
Yeah, we fill up the speakers a little bit better. And then, beyond anything else, the quality of the music fills up the speakers
Absolutely.
a lot
Right.
better. So, it is what it is. But anyway, man, you guys are doing a great job, and keep going, man, because I definitely want to see the real discussion and podcasts like yours, the raw perspective, all the great things that we're doing should be better, and we should be out here getting these awards for all of us. So, like I said, an award for MOP is an award for you too, especially you, Rock.
Yep.
Rock, you have
Give
been-
yourself some claps. That's it.
Rock,
Yes.
Rock, you put in the work, brother. You know
Yes,
what I'm
you
saying?
did.
It's not-
Yes, you
it's not a
did.
thing, you know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
you did.
All right.
And I appreciate it. And, and even as we at Rock and I are doing some amazing new things, I'm really impressed the way Rock has stepped up and start to really take control of what needs to be done. And he is a real asset to the
Absolutely.
community, man. So shout out to man Rock doing his
Yes.
thing, man. It's
Thank
great.
you, black man.
Well, look, man, you guys go enjoy yourself. And then we're going to be back here. I'll give you guys a full report later.
Okay.
But, I just want to give you the time right now before we go on. And even before we go on, I just want to know the world, the emotion I feel is gratitude and humility, and I'm very happy to be in this place. And also, we got some nice gifts too, man. The whole team, Jesse Collins and the crew, they gave the boys some great gifts, and
Jesse
really
Collins.
appreciate
Swag,
that.
Okay.
Bring them up, Lace. Bring them up.
Yeah, they've done a great job, and Jesse Collins does.
Yeah, Jesse Collins is no joke. Yeah,
no, his team.
he's serious.
They treated us well. They really took care of us, and these guys are just good people, man, and they were easy to work with. So this was a great event, man. And
Amazing.
I'm saying as if it's happened already. We haven't even gotten to the stage yet.
Oh
So-
my God.
Word.
Yeah, so I'm giving it to you as it's happening now. We're just in the dressing room right now, about to get ready to go and get ready to get it popping.
Can someone give us a live stream?
I don't know. We're not allowed to do that. Remember,
Yeah. Because they're taping the show.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
want to see some leakage.
It'd be like a leak. Yeah.
Yeah, so it would be a little bit, I wouldn't want to do that. But you know
I
what?
know, right?
In a couple days, you guys are going to see it.
All right. Well, good luck,
And,
Blaze,
you-
and
and y'all
congratulations to you and to Rock and to the group. You really worked hard. It's been what, 20 years?
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
yeah.
No, listen. At the end of all, you guys get to see it, and you guys tell us how it is. I know what it is, and trust
90s,
me,
right?
I know what Bill and Fame could do, so I know what's going to happen. It's going to be great.
Well, you know what? Enjoy this night.
I can't wait
Enjoy
to
your
see it,
night.
Lace.
Okay, guys, have a great night.
All right.
Thanks
You
a
too,
lot.
Lace.
All right, safe
All right,
flight
guys.
back to New York.
Bye-bye.
All right.
All right, guys.
All right, take care.
And there you go. Straight from the BET Awards, hacking on the real discussion
No,
as it's going down.
but you know what? No, this is a testament to you.
Uh-huh.
He's doing this because it's a testament to you. He wants to share this with you.
That's
Yeah,
right.
man.
That's right.
Because
That's right.
you are the architect, like pretty much. You put on your Sanford and Son suspenders, and you made it happen.
You know,
You should be there.
that is and I gotta tell you, right, 'cause you do stuff in life. Every day, what I've learned about this life is every day you're making history. Every day you're making history. Every day you're making history. Everybody has the same 24 hours. What you do in 24 hours is up to you.
Yep.
But every day that I've worked since, being in the parks and being a part of that and being a part of MOP and being a part of a lot of artists, but MOP, who I hold dear, right? Because it wasn't rock is a work for hire, right? It was rock's my man,
right?
We family, and we just gonna run, and we just ran across the planet. And in that, and even what they're doing now with Loud, I remember when we got signed to Loud. I remember the whole thing. I was there. You know, you don't realize that when you're that young that you're making history.
Right.
Right.
And now here goes tonight, right, where that history is being celebrated. You know, when we made Annie Up, you know, when we made that whole album, we didn't really know Annie Up was going to be the hit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, I had other records.
Funny, as you talking about it.
Yeah.
It was running through my head the whole time, that song.
Yeah,
Really?
No. Yeah. Like, it was kind of like.
As ice.
Right.
Oh,
when we
okay.
mixed the shit, and we had mixed the album and put everything together, nobody really knew what was going to be what.
Right.
Right? Because you don't have the foresight, because you just really don't know. And they chose Annie Up, and then Cold as Ice came, and it was like all of a sudden they were rocking Cold as Ice
I
in
love that
Europe
song.
and here in New York, and they were doing that. And then you had these two singles that were very
crazy.
different, but that happened. And the craziest thing is you don't know that you're making history when you do shit. Right.
Yeah.
What I've come to learn is you're making a record. And back then we were making records. And that record represents a moment in time. Right?
Right.
For you, it's your moment in time when you first heard that record.
Right.
Yeah.
For me, when I see the Warriors album, I have an entirely different perspective.
It's a project.
Because I was there.
Right. It's a project.
I can tell you what we were eating.
Yeah.
I can tell you where we were drinking.
Right.
I can tell you when we were working. I can tell you when we was fucking up. I can tell, like, I have the whole album story.
Right.
Because I was there, which is history.
You gotta do,
It's like
you
a
gotta do
team winning a
documentary, man.
championship.
It sounds like a
It's
documentary
like
waiting
making
to
it to
happen.
the finals and winning the championship, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You
And
go
then-
through the whole journey.
It sounds like a
You
documentary.
go through the whole
waiting to happen.
journey. And then
You
know, when we
documentary.
did the Source Awards, and then the first time I went to Europe, and Laser's working on his book, and we were conversating about 2 weeks ago, and I was just, you know, because I was there for most of it, and I'll bring up, well, what about this? What about that? And we would, you know, weave through the book,
Right.
you know, and just to be a part of that amazing journey, you know, and to do it with your friends,
Yeah.
right? These are my friends. Bill's my friend. Fame's my friend.
And guess what?
Fox is
You
my
chose
cousin.
to be here with us.
Instead of the BET Awards.
Right.
Right? But I did it with my friends, right?
Right.
And we traveled the world as friends. We did business, no doubt.
Right.
But we traveled the world as friends. So to be able to have that blessing, to be able to say, I've been to all these countries, to be able to say that I worked on these albums, to be able to play those records during my shows. Because now I play the records that we did as MOP during my shows, just go, hey, I was the engineer, I did this shit, right? And to have those accomplishments, it's fucking incredible. You know what I'm saying? It's very humbling, and I enjoy it, and I revel in that shit.
So let me ask you a question.
Okay, go ahead, finish.
When they give them an award, like, I mean, when a team.
Well, I got a Source Award.
No, I'm just saying.
When they got
with
one,
this
I got one.
But put this particular today.
Well, they're just performance, not an award.
Oh.
Yeah, they're just performing.
Oh.
Yeah, as a history of Loud.
Oh.
That's it. But
And I wanted to say
everybody
that
gets
in this one.
everybody works on the album gets a Grammy. So could I
that's
understand what
I
you're
was thinking,
asking?
like,
Yeah.
Okay. Like,
Yeah,
are you
yeah.
going to get something too because you were part of the group?
If they were to get an award, yeah.
Oh, okay. But they're not doing like an icon award where everybody
Nah,
gets an
not yet.
icon
Nah,
trophy, plaque, or
Shit.
whatever.
I did 2 groups on Loud. I did MOP and I did Wu-Tang's first record.
Right.
Which was on Loud.
So you need
When Loud first started.
icon awards.
When Loud first started,
And
they
I wanted to get into that.
all right, go ahead,
That's
yeah. I did this single.
Right.
I
Which
did
one?
the METHOD, man.
That's great.
Hey, you,
Yeah.
yeah. I
Oh,
mixed
my
that
God,
record.
That was my shit too.
I mixed that record.
I remember when that
That was
when
my
that
jam.
song came out. I was working at UPS.
I did that record.
I wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that
Go
whole
ahead, Gary.
year.
I was a kid.
No, this Loud 30. What's it? 30th and
Is it 30?
30. I think it's the 30th year anniversary. It's definitely moving, stuff like that. Because I mean, my contribution is, I remember Loud. Well, actually, I remember Steve when he had a street team.
Yeah, that's what I know him as.
Like before even Loud
Right.
records.
Because wasn't his father into something?
Yeah. Like his father and stuff like that. They were already in. But
his father signed James Brown's contract, right?
yeah, but there was one of the A&R people. His name is Scott Free. Scott Free used to be in a group called Legion of Doom, which I used to manage.
Oh, okay.
I remember Legion.
Yeah.
They recorded at Jazzy J's recording
Exactly,
studio.
right. So
I mixed their single.
so
Damn, Rocky was everywhere.
Yeah, he had his hands on everything. He's like an octopus of hip hop.
So when I was managing Legion of Doom with YZ's management company, Scott always used to come and talk to me about, maintaining and the business and all this other stuff. And Matty C, or Matt Life, was also at the Source magazine, which we were in the same building. And we always used to talk. And I remember the transition. Matty went to Loud, and Scott went to, and Matty took Loud to Scott with, took Scott to Loud with him. So, and in the beginning, Scott was always talk to me on what was going on.
Okay.
So now, as you look back, when you look at the MOP album, the Big Pun album, the Mobb Deep album, you see A&R, Matt Life and Scott Free.
Wow.
Right?
I love that.
I remember Scott could tell you.
Wow.
All the conversations that I had with him. So it's like, you never know how you could affect someone and how history.
You make me think about something.
How history is made.
You make me think about something. I'm gonna segue and I want to expand.
Okay.
DJ Academics.
Oh God, we talked about him.
No. I'm just.
I gotta go pay the water.
And I do want to talk about that.
Yeah. So
I really do.
Okay.
All right, because I believe he made some comments. I don't know if it was a blog he did or he was interviewed and he made those comments about hip hop, and
I'm not even going to speak about it till DOA comes back.
no,
because I got an opinion.
No, I know you have an opinion, but I just want to get DJ Academic's background. I want to know where he comes from because he's not from hip hop.
He's not a DJ.
No, he's not from hip hop at all.
He's not a DJ. No.
I thought he was more of a comedian or something. I don't know. I know he's not a part of the hip hop community, and he's not a foundational Black American, from what I understand.
Not like that.
No. So he's young. He's a young man who's trying to be a media content creator, and of course, he, is. He's deep in his subs. Like he has a lot of subscribers, based on the content he provides. But to me, I don't think he is certified to speak on hip hop in that way.
I agree with you. I totally agree.
I don't care what he says.
And he's not certified.
He's not.
He's not certified.
No. What do you go check in? He hadn't checked in yet.
Yeah.
He didn't get the check in.
Like, nigga, you wasn't there.
Yo.
And this was and here's my deal. And you know what? I turned this into a thing. So he's because rap was for the young.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And what we don't do is we don't teach our young about the metamorphosis of the origin of where things come from and why things. That's why they had storytellers and folk tales. Mm-hmm. They show children that out of these old tales, this is the cycle of life and this is the lesson you learn. But when you got people like DJ Academics that completely cuts off the people who originated the art, it's a slap in the face. You understand? And for me, I think that what he's doing. Because I heard he just totally backtracked his statements.
He did. I saw him.
Yeah,
I saw it.
He got so much blowback. But no. Now I'm thinking of a larger argument. Because our old school rappers who created our content.
Hey, Gary, watch your head. Yeah, there you go.
are not being brought into the discussion in the forefront, who is going to talk about? Do you think our rap pioneers deserve like a pension? Like, there should be a union?
Yes.
Like, there should be a
yes.
union.
Yeah.
They should be taken care of. I don't like the fact that he called motherfuckers dusty. And I'm taking it as an offense because of MC Shan. I really feel when I see MC Shan, I'm like, he needs a pension. He really does.
Why, is he fucked up?
I didn't say anything about MC Shan. I'm not going to, but you need to see it for yourself.
But here's the thing.
This nigga did Informer.
But what with
He had, what's the white boy
just-
name? Informer.
Snow.
No, that was Snow.
Snow. Yeah.
Yeah, Shan produced that.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's Master Ace, there's Shan, I mean, the Juice Crew, All Stars. But I'm just saying, like, should they, like actors, buy into like a
Something.
retirement yeah.
Should be a
Like your royalties.
There should be a structure.
Yeah, but-
your royalties should go into a
structure.
Yeah.
Yeah, to take care
and
of
but
you.
the problem is that I'll let you talk.
Go.
The problem is that
Because I'm going to make a controversial
artists don't.
statement.
Black people dominate the music industry. Period. But we can't replay any music. Who owns it? Like if you want to play a song right now, they'll shut you down.
Yeah.
Why? Who owns it? We don't even own it.
Right.
But look at what's going on now within the last 2 years now. All these venture capital funds and hedge funds,
Blackstone.
Blackstone, KKR, like the big boys, Carlyle Group, they're buying up all these music rights.
Future just
Right.
sold his.
So this is what and I actually said that was going to happen a couple years ago, and everybody laughed at
But
me.
why can't Jay-Z, 50 Cent, all of the Dr. Dre, why can't they form a conglomerate and do
think-
what the big boys do?
You would think.
I would just like to say that as a person that was actually there,
You was there.
I was there.
He was everywhere.
From 73 till the 80s. And I'm not saying that people didn't dress fresh,
You fresh.
right? But the problem with academics is he wasn't there, so he couldn't make the statement that I'm about to make.
Go ahead.
Niggas was dusty, son.
Yeah, we were. All of us were. We
Listen,
started from the dirt.
We were playing in abandoned buildings. The Bronx was bombed out. Shit was fucked up. Trust me. Niggas was dusty. Right? Just based on the environment.
in street parks. Jams in street
right.
parks.
L academic is just too stupid to understand the context of what he was saying in it. Had he explained it and been like, yo, man, the forefathers of hip hop, them niggas is dusty. If he would have said they were dusty, then it would have worked a lot better for him because I was there in the dust too.
No, but here's-
right. We were dusty.
But
we wore cut off lead jeans,
No.
jackets.
But that's not what he was talking about.
No, I understand
it.
it.
Was the
But
context.
no, I know the context. But he was too stupid to understand the context, right? And he was too disrespectful to understand the context, right? Because had me and him had that conversation, I'd have been like, you're wrong in your context, but niggas was dusty. There's no doubt. The Bronx was dusty. Hell, let's just be clear. New York City itself
Was crazy.
was fucking dusty.
Right. It was crazy. It was out of control.
Sanitation, and
Yeah.
rats,
Yeah.
everything.
Fuck that.
Right? So there's a reality to what he's saying. It's just disrespectful because it's coming from this young boy. And he's bringing this young perspective to it that's actually disrespectful. And that's why niggas had to be up in arms on it. Like, no one talks about rock and roll like that. Rock and roll niggas was dusty too.
Let me say something. I got to say something.
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
Do
Yeah,
it.
come on, DOA.
Listen.
Camera's on you. And it's close.
That motherfucker has no right
Woo.
to say anything
Woo.
about anybody
Woo.
that opened doors for him.
Woo.
And I'm tired of these fucking young motherfuckers being disrespectful to the elders. Period. Dot. I'm tired. He disrespected a whole fucking culture. And then got on the Breakfast Club and, well, Charlamagne, when I first...
He tried to backtrack on the Breakfast Club. Let's be clear about that.
So was the first person who responded was LL?
Yes,
and then everybody else just jumped
LL
in
went
after
in on,
that. Right.
LL, Dougie, a whole bunch of people. They went in on him.
What I'm saying is, it's always our own motherfucking people that gotta say something.
No, it ain't.
Shut
he ain't my
the
people.
fuck up.
He not FBA. I'm sorry.
You always gotta say something. This motherfucker caused a lot of drama
for nothing
in Chicago because of his fucking mouth.
Oh, talk about it.
Niggas talk too fucking much.
What
Like
drama?
bitches.
What did he do in Chicago?
Yeah. What happened?
He would, a lot of the young artists coming from Chi-Town, you know what I mean? He would like get involved in the beef by repeating certain things and
he was
nicknaming
telephone.
He started nicknaming the artists and it was causing a lot of chaos.
Oh, I see.
He's not in tune with Chicago culture.
So how did he get started? Could you give us some background? Because I'm too old.
I have to be quite honest with you. Listen, I don't hate DJ Academics.
I didn't do
too much research on him. I know for what he said on.
Does he do clothes or was
on
Academics
the
just
Breakfast-
Academics and then he was?
From what he said on the Breakfast Club, Charlamagne gave him an opportunity. He was his first
Right, I
celeb.
saw that. Right.
Yeah.
And that's how he got his jump start. Right?
But I mean, Academic Closing. Was that him?
No.
That's something
fuck
different.
no.
All right, I just want to be clear.
Now let me be clear. Right?
I know
We just-
that.
This is just we grown here. So I don't have a beef with him. I actually subscribe to my watch his shit. I'm just saying when people are out of order, they have to be motherfucking checked.
Right. You have to call to account.
Period.
Right.
You talking about people like they're dead. They're alive. They're around. They can watch you. They can see you. They can
Right.
hear you.
And they still get royalty checks.
And then after what he did,
Not her.
what people are not talking about, after Russell Simmons made a statement, he goes back to Russell Simmons being, the accusations that was Russell Simmons was accused of.
Of course.
Live on Facebook.
Oh, he did that.
Well, look, what about this, Russ? What about this? What about that?
Oh.
So that was all clickbait. See, what I'm saying to you is he was talking shit to get attention.
Okay, so clicks and likes.
That's what I said earlier.
Yep.
All that shit about Dusty and old and this and that, he did that shit to get attention.
So he's basically the Joe Rogan of hip hop?
Then he gets on the Breakfast Club, so he's getting more attention. Then,
Right.
well, Charlamagne, you was the first one. I see the bullshit.
Right.
Yeah.
So he's finessing
So
basically.
you go.
So now everybody's gonna go to his
So
page.
you're disrespecting
Yeah.
the people that open up doors for you to get attention.
Well, isn't that what the culture is now anyway?
No,
That's not culture to me.
That's what the
Well,
culture
that's what
was.
TikTok is.
No, that's what the culture was always. All he did was do the same shit with niggas that sell us out. Niggas that sell us
Coon.
out. Nigga, coon nigga.
Coon?
That's coon shit.
Cooning?
This nigga said
This
if his
nigga's
mother got involved in social media, she would have to deal with it. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Nah,
But-
he's a coon nigga with no principles.
But
right?
hold on.
But I'll only say that, had he had any type of real knowledge, he would have understood the whole situation. But here we are sitting at this table talking about academics, and I ain't heard from this nigga in years.
So hold on. Is he a part of the algorithm? Right?
Absolutely.
Definitely.
And
He's the new wave. He's the new wave.
Two,
It's his week.
there's a theoretical
Okay.
argument in my head that I have. We talk about how people put their business out on social media whenever they get a chance. Had social media been out 20 years prior, do you think this would have been an issue back then too? Because people did way worse without the cameras being on.
But you know what I'm noticing?
But our elders were still in control.
But you know what I'm
all
noticing?
you had to do was put a phone and a camera, a
Why?
camera and a phone, and that was it.
What I'm noticing is, why is everybody attacking hip hop all of a sudden? Why is hip hop a hot discussion as far as who contribute more, who discovered it first?
Because
Those
everybody
out of
has
nowhere.
a perspective on who
Like,
is. First of all, it's
Where did
about-
this come from? This
So
been happening
I'm
for the
gonna-
past couple of months.
Hold on. So I'm gonna go with the interview that Busta Rhymes and Fat Joe had about the contributions. What do you need? What are you pointing? I'm sorry. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you got to remind me this time. No, it started with, to me, Busta Rhymes making a comment
Oh yeah.
about, Jamaicans, and their contribution to hip hop. And that was like, everybody got up in arms about that. Then Fat Joe came in and said, well, Hispanics make up 50% of the culture. Then everybody got upset about that. So everybody's chiming in, and the algorithm is catching all of this. It's so easy for academics who's been a student of the podcast game for quite a while.
He's the new wave.
To actually say, oh, I'm gonna hone in on that and I'm gonna expand it a little bit. It doesn't matter who was what, when, and where. They're all dusty anyway.
It's all about the algorithm.
And you know what? What he did was he caught that wave. He caught that magic wave. He's like,
And jumped on it.
Yeah, and he created a new lane.
And a new wave.
Yeah.
I like to address the Fat Joe thing.
I thought it was brilliant, actually.
Yeah. And now people are talking about him, and we ain't been really talking about him in years. Like, he's kind of in mainstream media right now.
Yeah,
No,
he's like the TMZ of fucking hip hop.
Salute to DJ Academics. I'm just saying, I'm really actually pissed off at the fact that when he got on live on Facebook with the Russell Simmons thing, that was a cheap shot. But all war is fair, right?
It was a cheap shot because he's going for views.
And how many
What do you
views
attack?
how much money is he making? See,
He's making
doing
money.
that.
He's making
Right.
money.
right. So money is the motivator.
Yeah.
If he's getting 100 and something thousand views and he has like fucking 500,000 subs, he's making money.
So you destroy your culture.
He can
Yeah.
your
You
culture.
destroy your people.
Yeah, your people, because it ain't his people.
Right, but I'm just saying.
He's
right?
not FBA.
But I mean, I
Listen,
see.
fact, FBA or not, right? The deal is this. Well, at the end of the day, we all originate from one place. So you're destroying your people. You're destroying your culture.
An abomination.
You are an abomination, my friend. You're an abomination.
Well,
Big
we
shout out to
gonna-
Fat Joe.
Right.
And I've been wanting to address this for weeks.
Go ahead.
And I want to say, yeah, y'all don't make up 50% of hip hop. All right, once again, I was there.
He was everywhere.
I was
This is
there.
where this is where DOA gets quiet.
And
He was everywhere.
And if y'all did, why was it so special when we saw a Puerto Rican MC? If you made up 50% hip hop, Ruby D is the first Puerto Rican MC that I remember from the Fantastic Five with Grand Wizard Theodore. The first Puerto Rican DJ I ever saw was Charlie Chase,
Right.
and it was a big deal.
That's right.
Right? So if it was 50-50, why was it special when you did some shit?
Right.
Right? And then breakdancing was originally a black thing. And then the Puerto Ricans came in, or the Spanish people came in, and they took it and they adapted to it, and they did it. And that's cool. Right? And they did graffiti, and that's cool. But if you're going to say that it was 50-50, you need to define that 50. Right? Because hip hop, as I saw it,
Well, you were there.
Yes, before they incorporated the graffiti and all that bullshit,
Right.
was the DJ and the fucking MC.
That's right. That's right.
That was hip hop to me.
And
Then
you know
came-
what? It was just a DJ when I was when I started.
Right.
It was just a DJ.
Right, absolutely. And then came the break dances.
Yes.
And out of that, because we were all kids, now let's really get clear. Because we were all kids.
We were.
We were running around doing graffiti on
Right,
shit.
right. We was just writing
And,
shit.
and the niggas that were doing graffiti
Like your own government name you put on the wall.
happened
Yeah.
to listen to hip hop.
And I want to interject real quick.
Yeah.
Beatboxing does not get a lot of love.
That's true. That's true. It should
Beatboxing
be incorporated.
contribute a
Yes, that's
lot.
correct. That's correct. That is
Just wanted
correct.
to point that out. That's all.
It
Salute
got
to,
the Fat Boys a movie deal.
salute to Dougie Fresh.
All right, first
Salute
of all,
to the Fat. I'm just saying.
You know what I'm gonna say, right? I was there.
Right. He was everywhere.
I'm
I
just
was
saying.
there. I'm gonna tell you straight up.
Were you on a set of what sessions?
What?
Crush, grooving.
I was before
body
that.
Moving.
Let me
Way
tell you something.
before
Let me
that,
tell
way
you
before
something.
that.
Let me tell you something on my word. In '82, wait,
You
What did it- what-
told me this story.
yeah,
Yeah.
Dougie
Yeah.
came with JDL
Okay.
to a jam that I was playing in the park. It was like 82 because before the movie. What was the
JDL,
movie?
the music company?
No, hold on, wait. Let me
Beat
finish that.
Street.
What was the movie that they was in when Dougie was in the movie
Beat
with
Street.
the Treacherous 3?
Beat Street.
Beat Street.
All right, it was
Beat
before
Street.
Beat Street.
Beat Street.
It was before Beat Street. So it
Wild
might have been
Style?
81. No. I'm in the park DJing.
Oh wow.
JDL
Okay.
from the Cold Crush
Okay.
brings some dude.
Some dude,
And the dude is Dougie.
Dougie dude.
But Dougie's not famous.
Right. He's just a street dude that performs jams in the park.
No, I don't know him at all. But I know JDL.
I did.
But I know JDL from the Cold Crush 4.
I got it.
So JDL, he goes, yo, Rock, yo, I got my man. Yo, you need to put him on. Da-da-da. I was like, all right, cool. I said, what records does he want me to play?
Right.
Because I'm thinking he's going to rap. He don't need no music.
Right.
What?
Right.
He don't need no music. I said, all right, cool. So Dougie takes the mic, and the first record he does is Scorpio.
Right.
Boom, boom, boom,
Yes,
boom,
that's
boom,
correct.
boom, boom, boom,
Yep,
boom.
yep.
And I'm like,
He's
and we're all going,
Make the
what the
music
fuck?
with
No,
your mouth, bitch.
no. We're all going, what the fuck is this?
Right.
Because we never saw it before.
Right.
Right.
We never saw this.
It was like you watching a fucking alien.
Right.
Yeah.
And then he did Planet Rock and a bunch of other joints
Yes.
from that time. And I'm like,
Numbers.
and we're going, wow. So when you say the beatbox shit, that it was a big contribution to hip hop, you're absolutely right.
Let me tell you
Because I was there.
Let me tell you something.
I saw it happen.
No, before you saw him, I saw him. Before he became famous, he used to perform at the YWCA on 135th Street.
Wow.
Right.
And he used to perform like in jams on. We used to go and travel to see him. Do him and Rob Bass. Because they would be together because they were from Harlem.
Right.
We never had no outsiders come to Harlem. They was
Salute to-
all Harlem artists.
Before we go there, salute to Michael Winslow.
Oh, yeah, true. Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, there's a lot of motherfuckers that
Master
do
Don, Teddy
Master Don.
Riley. This is all Harlem stuff.
So vocal percussion, as I call it,
Yeah.
and somebody took the name, but it's fine. Beatboxing to vocal
You're not
percussion.
even reading
God.
these. Damn. That's,
shit-
Ralph,
wow.
that's Ralph?
The world famous underground group that never sold out. The best. Listen, this shit refresh yourself.
Wait,
It went
hold
crazy.
on. Like, you got a whole, but you didn't read anybody's comments.
No, because it just.
Is
it
anybody
all
gonna
just,
send some like super chats?
It all
or
just
some
happened.
Cash
Right,
apps?
listen.
Go ahead. Keep going.
What I'm saying is, vocal percussion, beatboxing should be what they call hip hop. The 4 elements, 5.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Should
true.
needs to be the 5th motherfucking element, and DOA is gonna push that.
You know what I think about when I think about beatboxing? I think about Louis Armstrong. I think about
Me and Rock
him.
talked about all that, right, Rock? We had a whole conversation
Yes, we
about
did.
that.
I think about Louis Armstrong because his voice. He played the instrument.
Me and Rock had a-
Satchmo.
Yeah.
Me and Rock had about a damn near a half an hour discussion about it, and
Not Louis Armstrong, though.
No, I was breaking down doo-wop to Ella Fitzgerald, all the shit.
Yes.
I broke it. I'm not gonna tell you what he said.
Now, you mean scat
Because we're not
and-
gonna scatting all that because I associate that with all that, right?
Right.
And Rock just went in. I'm gonna leave it alone, but because Rock don't give a fuck.
No. Let him
Nah,
go
I
in.
don't.
He don't give a fuck.
Nah, I don't.
And I was trying to associate.
But I love everybody.
Because I'm giving people props. I'm like, no.
What? I wanna hear this.
The acapella groups and this and that. But Ella Fitzgerald Rock said, oh, wait a minute.
You can tell them.
That's not what the fuck he comes from. That was some bullshit.
Oh, let's talk about
They
that.
were scatting.
That's
what they
a
were
scat.
doing.
That's a scat.
It didn't come from that. You know,
That's a
I was
scat.
trying to glue it all together.
Nah, I got
Yeah,
something for
I
you.
could let him do that.
I got something for you.
I mean, but
I
it
couldn't
made
give him the
sense,
pass.
though. But it made
Nah,
sense,
I
though,
got
didn't
something for
it?
you.
But it was scatting.
Because they were doing instruments, right?
No, they were scatting.
No, they were using
was a
their,
vocal-
Yeah, they
it
were
was a
using their
vocal
voices.
instrument.
It's still beatboxing. They were using their vocal. Look,
Listen,
Watch,
you're reaching.
watch,
you're
watch.
reaching.
no, how?
The beatbox is when they goes. You know what a beatbox is? A kick and a snare.
Okay.
Ella ain't do that. Ella says.
What about Louis? What about
Louis ain't do that shit either. You know why they call it the human beatbox? Because you're mimicking a beat box.
Okay, fine.
That's why.
Well, where did the beatbox
That
come from?
Flash.
That's a whole nother conversation.
played
Where did the beatbox come from?
The beatbox was a technological innovation.
You sound like DJ Academics right now.
No, I'm not, because I didn't say Flash
'cause
was
it had
dusty.
to come from somewhere.
I'm
Where'd
telling you
come
where it
from?
came from.
Now, are you calling him Dusty? Because
No.
He's
I love
gonna
the
say
beatbox.
something, and I'm gonna. And Rock knows I gotta rebuttal that. We had this conversation.
All right. So the beatbox,
Now,
right?
it's-
As in, right? When Flash was on the beatbox, right? Because once again, I was there.
you everywhere.
I was there, right? He had a 6-channel, and I wish Flash would come on my show to talk about it. He had these 6 buttons on a strip, right? And the record has been recorded, and he went do 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 do, right?
Beatbox machine.
All right, that was the beatbox.
Right.
It didn't have a sequencer.
Right.
He had to play
beat
it.
machine.
He had to play it manually. These 6 buttons, and that was the first time that hip hop saw a beatbox.
Right.
So the foundation of beatboxing is based off of that,
Right.
not Ella Fitzgerald, because the beatbox was created to replace the drummer.
Right. Right.
That's where it came from.
Okay.
Not Ella Fitzgerald. And then you guys came in.
scat.
Scat, it was not
So what
that.
about doo-wop?
Doo-wop ain't that either.
No, it's a different type of melody. No, everything has
Bass
a
line.
First of all, I'm gonna tell you
everything-
something.
everything has a-
They did bass lines, but they didn't go. They didn't do that.
No, but I do bass lines.
No, you do.
So
Right.
do you understand where I'm going with this?
I know where you're trying to go.
You
No,
know
but
what?
it's- No,
I'm
but
not
everything
able to
has a
look.
tier. I'm sorry, but everything is woven into one thing, but they all have separate entities, right? Sorry, I'm not talking
Okay,
into
look.
the mic.
Listen. Let me give you a demonstration. You got like a.
The beatbox. The beatbox. The beatbox. Beatbox. Beatbox.
Right?
DOA.
And then you got. That's not beatboxing.
That's
What the
Louis
fuck is
Armstrong.
that?
Huh?
What is that?
That's Louis
It's
Armstrong.
me.
Yeah, right. That's Louis
That's the
Armstrong.
point that I'm making to
But
you.
you're beatboxing.
Listen.
In a form of the technique.
That's
is the
vocal
beatbox.
percussion.
Right.
So you saying Dougie was a vocal percussionist?
Yes.
What I'm
But he
saying,
did Scorpio? Cause he did,
no. Listen, what I'm saying is that was him emulating someone else's music, right?
Yes.
What I'm saying to you is, a lot of people can, some people can learn to DJ,
Yes.
right? Beatboxing, as we call it, I taught myself.
Right.
Why? Because it was already in me.
Right.
I was already born with it. So, yeah, beatbox, the human, as far as the machine, yeah, they call it a human beatbox.
Right.
But that shit was already here before that machine. You can't create some shit you haven't heard already.
Yeah, it did.
Drums,
They heard
my actual drums.
Yeah, they heard a drummer. That's why they
Actu-
made the drum machine.
What I'm saying is actual drums, actual guitarists, and all that shit
Yeah.
came from humans.
I don't see any white people doing a beatbox.
So what I'm saying to you is, this shit
find a
was
white
already here. You think that niggas just woke up and heard a machine and said, "Oh, I can do it"? That shit was already in me. Nobody taught me how to do shit. I taught myself. It was already in me. I was like 3, 4, 5 years old doing helicopters and sounds and shit. I don't emulating cars and shit like that. No one taught me. It was
Right.
already in me.
Right.
And I'm not saying that you're not capable of doing it, but I don't know too many motherfuckers that can probably do it that way.
Right.
So it's something that's in you. You know what I mean?
No.
This shit goes back. Listen, I
No.
went to.
No. It's not something that's in you.
Here we go again.
It's something that's in you.
You are like a
just said
librarian
it.
for
No.
hip-hop.
I just said
It's
that's what I'm saying.
Wait, you know what?
You gonna tell me about my craft?
Stop it.
Yes,
no.
I
no,
am.
No, hold on.
Fuck that.
No, hold on. Now this nigga
Fuck
here.
that.
This nigga here is like, I'm the librarian of hip hop.
Remember,
And
what's
you
the
cannot
shit that
say-
he willed us? Didn't you will us the other day?
Absolutely.
Fuck. You gonna
Black
you can't tell me
power.
about my craft?
he is.
Yes,
he
I can.
is- He has
Bullshit.
the keys to Hip Hop City.
I'm
Let's
fucking
put it
done.
that.
I can't.
I'm just saying.
That's right.
You cannot
Karen-
go up against
Karen-
him because he was there.
I was there. So I'm just gonna say this: us white people got skinny lips. That's why we can't beatbox.
I'm so fucking. Nah, that's not. No, listen.
That
shout
was
out.
Karen Brewer.
They got phenomenal beatboxes today.
Really?
Phenomenal. Whole nother level of
Here's
shit.
what I'm gonna say.
The shit that I just did is like
I'm gonna say
that's like
So
dinosaur
that's the skinny
shit.
lips. They keep it all the air inside.
you were naturally talented to
Oh, not gifted, just talented.
and gifted to be able to do that, right?
I'm going back.
It's the same way that a child might be gifted and can play the piano and not never see anyone play the piano, right? It's a gift. But what I'm saying to you is, as Robin goes to make a deposit, right, is that the foundation of where that shit came from,
As far as hip hop,
as far as hip hop is concerned, was
concerned.
not Ella Fitzgerald scatting. We saw a beatbox,
No, you're
and
talking
then
about
and then we
hip-hop.
manipulated. No, I'm saying it from this.
In
Wait,
terms of hip hop, I get it.
Right,
I'm just
and-
saying, as far as doing voices and sounds, is bigger than beatboxing. It's just that they took one part of that, as far as in the hip hop culture.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. And it
because
was
that's where it comes from.
It was separated. I know how to scat. I know how to do all that shit.
Right. Which is
You understand what I'm saying to you?
Which is you adapting Ella and them. Right? That's you adapting. You being able to scat is you adapting Ella and all those before
Al
us
Jarreau
that
and
scat.
stuff like that. Right.
You're
They were
adapting
emulating
that.
sounds.
You're adapting that. But your foundation, from the first motherfucker that went,
Right.
that's the hip hop shit. That's the beatbox.
Without a doubt.
That's what I'm
just,
saying.
I'm just saying before I was and all that
Yeah.
shit, I was already doing sounds.
Yes. And that was your gift.
You understand?
Because everybody wasn't doing that. Someone had to see that shit.
I was just doing
you
shit.
Didn't, you didn't have
my
to
family,
see it.
My parents thought I was fucked up.
But you didn't have to see it. Right?
I was a
Somebody
kid.
else
I
had
thought-
to see it. Right? Herc didn't have to see
Right.
a motherfucking DJ in terms of what he did. He saw people DJ, but what he did was original
Right.
in his thought process. Right? Whatever it was, whatever fucked up thought process it was. Let me just take this and I'm gonna do the merry-go-round. They called it. Whatever it was. Right?
Fucked up though.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the merry-go-round, whatever the fuck he was saying. Because technically it is fucked up. I'm gonna take 2 records and 2 turntables, and then I'm gonna do a merry-go-round, and I'm just gonna play the beat of that record. Right? That's actually fucked up. But it was the birth of something. You know what I'm saying? It was the birth of something. So I'm only saying with the human beatbox, which I love, and I've seen all you guys basically, work from Kenny Muhammad to Eminem,
Eminem, yeah.
once again, I was
And we
there.
was the first beatbox orchestra in
Orchestra,
2000,
yeah,
the
yeah.
first,
and I was there.
which is now being done all over the world.
Right. I was there. Just saying. But
Eminem.
I appreciate all that shit. And at the end of the day, black people are the innovators of creativity, no matter how you look at it. That's what we do. We're not destroyers, we're creators, which is our biggest downfall.
So you will agree that we are. So as far as with the rebuttal with Fat Joe, you're saying that he was wrong.
Yeah, he was wrong.
No, I'm just saying. I want to put it out.
I was fucking there. I'm like, this nigga, stop.
We got to find a way to bring Fat Joe up here.
No, because he has to define what he's saying, right? And Joe's my friend, and I love him to come on the show, and really let's have a conversation about that, because he has to define what he's saying.
Get him. We get
And
a Zoom with him.
I think what he's saying is, in terms of the breakdancing and the graffiti, that was the contribution, the 50%.
Okay.
That he's talking about. Because he can't conceivably be talking about the DJing and the MCing.
Yeah, and here's the difference. DJ Academics had a point of view. Fat Joe had a point of view from their own frame of reference, right? Doesn't mean that they're right, right? They just have a perspective from what they experience, right?
Right.
And as far as I'm concerned, DJ Academics has no experience. He's never to me, he's never been a DJ.
And he never been to a park jam.
He's never been there to see how hip hop was conceived.
Right.
To understand.
We were blessed to have that.
His point of reference is like our grandkids.
Right.
Right? He's like our grandkids. His point of reference is not about what we came from.
Tell him, Robin.
It's what he's experiencing as he grew up.
In his time.
Right. Right. So we talked about Teddy P. You know, we were kids. And now we don't talk about anybody at all from that old school. They just died.
Right.
We don't talk about them at all. We don't talk about Stephanie Mills. We don't talk about Regina Bell. We don't talk about Phyllis Hyman because we have not kept them in reverence.
In present.
Right. We've all used our own frame of reference, you know, to define that past generation. And at this point in time, they have disappeared.
Right.
They don't even play them anymore.
But we still talk about Mozart.
Right.
Because they passed that shit on.
Right. They.
And Phyllis Hyman,
they?
white people.
I still hear like Stephanie Mills music.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
On BLS.
Ask any kid. No, because it's more than radio.
Ask your
any kid
daughter
right now.
or your
Hey, you heard
son.
of Stephanie Mills? You're like,
Right.
huh?
Right. Ask
brilliant.
your daughter or your son.
And the problem is, us as parents, we drop that ball. We're supposed to play those records for those people,
I know I do.
so they know.
I dropped
right?
the ball.
Right, so they know.
I know I
right?
do.
And we continue to do that. Right, it becomes our parents' music, our grandparents' music. No, it's fucking art. Right,
Like my grandson who was doing like the breakdancing.
which is really incredible. As I was playing music, right, I was having a moment. Sometimes in front of my house, I have a moment.
Right.
And I broke out my sound system and put it in the street. And I DJ'd for 8 hours.
Yeah, pretty much.
Until the police came and
Right.
shut me down.
Like the
Felt
park
good. Didn't
jams.
it feel good?
Yeah,
Like the park jams.
felt
The
good.
same thing as the park jam.
I wanted it to happen because I wanted to have the experience, right? No
Yeah.
bullshit.
Right.
But in the midst of that, Robin's grandson was Robin came. We cooked out, I had the food, whatever. But I'm playing, and I started playing the breaks, the break beats. I'm playing the
He playing
beats.
the real break beats,
The real
like the
shit.
45 King type
Yeah,
shit.
I'm
Right,
playing
right.
the shit. And her grandson all of a sudden starts fucking breakdancing.
It was in him.
Yeah.
It was just, see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was like, this nigga's 7 years old. He's spinning on the floor.
Yep.
He's doing
On
the
concrete,
moves.
bro.
On concrete.
Wow.
No cardboard.
He flipping.
And now he's making me go harder.
Yeah.
I'm like, what else can I play? Right?
Yeah.
Because I really felt that energy.
You know what you did for him?
What?
You gave him some real, true hip hop experience. Like, and he felt that's something he's not gonna ever forget that.
I
Right.
won't forget that shit. 'Cause that
Ever.
nigga did it. He did it.
That was a real hip hop moment that he experienced.
Yeah, that was like a Holy Ghost moment. Cause I was like, damn.
Not too many kids got that experience.
It was so weird to see that.
Cause I'm like, do
This
it.
7-year-old kid just going in.
Yeah, he just naturally went in.
Yeah.
And my friend was like, does anybody teach him that before? Because he was doing it at my daughter's house.
Right.
And he was listening to Rock perform and he was spinning on the floor. And I'm like,
Wow.
she's like, who taught him that? I said, no one. That's why
It was already in him.
Right. Nah,
he got it from
listen,
me.
that's what she kept saying. You got it from me.
Used to break
B-boy
me.
grandma.
Used to break dance.
My grandson's
Well, I was
B-boy.
not a break dancer, but I do
But she's
love
part
it.
of the culture.
Right.
I
Right.
do love it.
But listen, we hit the 2-hour mark. I'm about to
I'm
bounce.
sorry. Just want to ask one more question.
Yeah.
Why is breakdancing considered like, I won't say extinct, but it's like considered like dinosaur shit?
No.
That shit
They're
is
putting,
shit.
they're putting it in the Olympics.
I was just gonna
That
say,
shit is
yeah.
shit.
No, it's not extinct.
No, I'm talking about the youngins, not
Oh.
in overall. I'm talking about the shit is
Because
huge.
I said
But with
my
the youngins
grandson should
today-
know how to break dance. And then Rock gave me some background on that. And I'm like, oh. And you want to talk about it?
No, I was there though.
You know what?
You're everywhere.
We're done.
I was there. So listen, big shout out to Medellin, Colombia. As it stands right now on February 18th,
He ain't read none of the comments.
Sticky in the Hoods, we're going to perform in Colombia, Medellin, Colombia. We're doing 3 shows.
some-
3 shows.
Nice.
We're doing 3 shows over a course of about a week with
What day?
Travelers Hoops. February 18th is the start. So we're going to go on the road.
2023.
Yep, 2023. I'm going to take Rocky with me.
Mm-hmm.
And Chinks is going. And we're going to get down and we're going, we're going
Shout out
rock.
to Casey.
Yeah, shout out to Casey Della.
Would you read some of the comments though? Because, people want to
There
know.
was a lot. I got What's Up Rock? That's Gilbert. Karen Brewer said, us white people got skinny lips. That's why we can't
Don't you got
beatbox.
some more stuff that you didn't
Ralph says, the world famous underground rap group that never sold out.
What?
That's right. In other words, we never sold out to the man. Ralph said that. The best music is when you don't expect it to be something, and it turns out to be bigger than what you thought.
Yep.
Example, Shake What Your Mama Gave You.
That's great.
He called that. Ralph says, don't forget cigars. For example, the new movie Bros. I don't know that.
Yeah.
You don't know that.
The trailer, and I'm like, oh.
What up, y'all? That was Lay's punching in. Vaughn Sessions. Definitely by design. Oh, my God. I am so mad I miss Vaughn Sessions. Vaughn Sessions was my assistant. I'm going to have to email him. He was my assistant when I was working with Tricky from London. And he worked at Platinum Island.
I know Platinum, yeah.
That's my man, Vaughn Sessions. I can't even believe he tuned in.
Damn.
I'm so sorry I missed that. This is because black women are the highest educated demographic. That was Leanne Pridey. Deanne said, Deneen Womack said, a frog? Oh, yeah, that's what you said.
Yeah, because I was talking about the sex change.
Yeah.
Doctors make money off of me. That's Michelle Marie. They're killing it. Michelle Marie, LLO, Robbins right there, whatever you said during that time.
I don't even know what the hell.
I just had my mammogram. Oh, no.
Oh, we
She
talking
said-
about health.
She said, I just had my mammogram the other day, laugh out loud.
Right.
And I guess she was like, yo.
Yeah, because I'm like, women go to the doctor for anything.
I guess she was like, oh, I felt good. My titties were matched up.
Yeah, I was. This is a lot of pressure.
What else we got? Ellie said, you have to be sound of mind to make that decision of euphemism.
We talked about the Canada thing.
Yeah.
So,
She lives up in Canada.
Well, I hope she knows.
yeah, you can
She
check out when you want.
watch what she say when she goes to the doctor.
So listen, it was great, y'all. I enjoyed the show. I had a good time. Big shout out to my man DOA, who next week will be on. What time you come on, DOA?
Thursday.
7 to 8.
7 to 8 DOA.
Thank you guys. Thank you once again.
This week, are we doing an hour this week?
Yes, Sunday.
Sunday?
Yeah.
You be
Sunday?
here tomorrow?
You might want to call me for Sunday. What's tomorrow? Nothing's on Sunday, right?
Nothing's on.
Nothing's tomorrow.
When's Claudia coming?
Unless I was just gonna say, unless Claudia.
Nah, she ain't
What's
coming back.
Queen Fulani? When she's coming?
She's gonna do it end of October.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yes.
she'll be back. She's dealing with her stuff.
Yeah.
So this week, here it goes, y'all. The Conversation, 2:00 on Sunday. One Nighter, 4:00 on Sunday. And Maria Davis on Monday. And I'll be back on Monday,
And
by the way.
DOA on Thursday.
And DOA on Thursday. And I'll be back for Maria Davis.
Yeah, you have to.
She been jumping in my shit because I ain't been around.
You have to.
You know what I'm saying? I'm
You
like,
brought her in this thing. You got to ride with her.
nah, we're back. I got my car back, so I'm gonna be back.
Also, too.
And I've been staying away. And I didn't do DOA show deliberately because it didn't make sense.
Right.
No, it doesn't make sense because it's like that's like doing a
No.
real discussion
Without me.
without Robin.
Okay.
So it's like
All
you
right.
had Renee,
So I'm
that
gonna
was
have
great.
to come on your show as a guest.
Right.
And no
you
one
had
else.
Renee, Chinks was there, Gary's
I mean,
there.
we're all family. You don't
No.
matter.
I need you to have your own
Yeah,
experience.
identity. You need to
And
have your
identity.
own content.
totally agree with
You don't
Rock
need
on
me.
that. Totally
You gotta
agree.
you gotta have
Totally
your
agree.
shit.
This is about you bringing your people on.
That's
and doing your thing.
exactly
And we can come
Not
in
me.
as guests.
Right.
Exactly.
To support.
Like one at a time.
Right. To
On your
support.
panel. But
Gotcha.
but not
But never
like
as a
2 or
weekly
3 or
meeting.
more. Like that's
Because then it's just
okay.
it's just a real discussion.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay.
You know what I'm
He
saying?
got into real discussion mode yesterday.
he did. I was like, what
You saw that?
Yo,
Yeah.
you said Gary's yelling at me. Like, what the hell?
I said, what the hell did I do?
Right.
Yeah. He
So
got
that's-
really passionate.
He didn't bring up Burpendale, which I thought was
Listen, let me
great.
just say this real quick. I really appreciate you guys once again for giving me the opportunity to do what I do.
We love you, DOA. Listen, any
I appreciate
success
it.
that you have is a success for all of us. Okay? When we adopted you, we knew that you were the cutest little teddy bear
Ever.
on the shelf.
What?
Yeah.
We love
We
you. D-Wade.
grabbed you and we put you in our hearts. And you know what? You have not failed us yet.
Thank you.
We love you, homie.
Thank you.
So the deal is this.
Wait, Rock.
That would have been some good background music.
Jerry's
She
got
said
some
that.
announcements.
No. I don't have any next.
I got background music.
You're hosting something next week Saturday.
Yeah, what am I doing?
Jazzy J Festival.
Oh.
Big shout out to the Jazzy J Festival next Saturday. I'm hosting that.
Right?
You know what it
You
is?
hear how he says it?
Damn.
You hear how he says it?
You know
Shout out
what?
to my dude Jazzy J.
Because I'm gonna have to. I gotta disrespect these niggas, right?
Oh shit.
Did they give you a black
We were
last
just
year?
taking up for them.
Listen, fuck them niggas. All right, here's the deal. All right?
Okay.
I saw the flyer. Guess whose name wasn't on it?
Yours.
Ah.
They gave you the award last year. Did they give you?
What have you done for me lately?
Oh, the
Oh,
price
shit.
today is not
not
the
the
price
price
from
of
yesterday.
Correct.
Okay
I
then.
haven't
All
seen
right.
more.
Okay.
Nah, but Jazzy actually called me like 2 months ago. He's like, "Would you host it?" I was like, "Yeah, that'd be great. I love to host it." And then I see the flyer, and my fucking name ain't on it. I'm like,
Well,
why do these Zulu niggas always omit me from the flyer?
Just ask.
And
him
I'm the
what your
dopest
name
nigga
was.
ever.
Just demand.
I'ma smash it.
Look, be a black Karen.
Sif.
You're right.
Be a black cat.
Cause I'ma smash it.
Be a black Karen and demand that you be recognized and honored.
I'ma LP.
You'll only be gone for a minute.
Exactly. So just go.
All right, fine.
Stopwatch.
So no. First of all, what's dying on my chest is
we
Nia
gotta-
Long. Nia Long. Let's talk about Nia Long.
Oh yeah. Well,
Ain't she pretty?
She is.
But wait.
But she suffers too.
what I found what I found interesting was when Shaq came out and
Well, he had to.
but he came out and talked about how he was a serial cheater.
He was a serial cheater.
Stuff like that. So
He was.
So he's
A
not
serial cheater?
But wait a minute, right?
Oh, he had concubines,
Right,
bro.
right. So-
He had women in different cities living in
Why
different.
gotta be serial?
No, he said that
But
himself.
that's what he said. He said
He used
serial.
to groom women
Right.
to be his concubine. He was that deep.
But I'm just saying.
serial
But
cheater.
so, how many other
Okay.
NBA players were doing that? Because I'm quite
It's not
sure.
even about
We're doing
that.
what?
No, but-
Concubining?
I'm
No.
just saying. I'm not saying he's the only one.
I know you were there. I know you were there.
I was there.
I'm not saying. I'm not saying that he was the only one. All I'm just saying that
Who?
I'm sure that there was other NBA players doing that.
Right.
Now this situation with Nia Long and her
Oh
husband.
yeah.
No, he's not. They're fiance. They've been.
Well, they're close to being married.
Which is gonna follow. I'm gonna follow up with this, but
right,
go ahead.
Right. So now, this situation comes out, and he was cheating with the trainer, the white trainer.
No, he was cheating on He was cheating with a woman who was the wife of a consultant that worked at the Mercer Group.
Okay. All right.
He was a consultant.
So I have a question. Was it above his pay grade?
Yes, and I'll tell you why.
That's the problem.
You know why? I'll tell you why.
You fuck above your pay grade, nigga, you get fired.
Hold on.
I'm just saying.
The NBA did not even know, as an organization, they didn't know what was going on.
You don't fuck up.
No, hold on.
He fucked
He had
up.
a $50 million.
And then fucked up.
No, he hustled backwards like a motherfucker. He had a $50 million contract as a Celtics coach.
Right.
It's a lot of money.
He fucked around and fucked with some, Becky,
Okay.
And how much
who
was
was
her husband
married
making?
to a consultant of the company.
That's right.
How did he get caught?
Here's
And how much
why
money is he
fucked
making?
up.
How'd he get
This-
caught?
Oh, from the Ring camera on the guy on the girl's husband.
Oh yeah, dumb shit.
She was on the phone with him, or they were together in front of the house, and they had a conversation.
Moron.
And then the guy, because Mercer's a consulting group, they
Right.
have investigators.
Yes. Yeah.
He hired the investigators to spy on his wife. Because he
What?
was like, I don't know. Oh, they were on the phone. Because he's like, I don't know who this dude is, but you need to follow her. So he used his own company to pay for her to be followed. Bing.
Busted.
What?
Yes. Not only that, But when he found out she got caught, he told her to end it. When she ended it, he's like, "What the fuck you talking about? No, you not." He sent her a text like, "You ain't ending this. You gonna give me throat goat? I don't know, understand."
So wait. The broad gave him an out, and he ain't take it.
And hold on. She's like, "I can't see you anymore," but he was already seeing other people too. Yes, on the staff. So hold on. And the chick was responsible for
the background music.
Sorry,
The travel.
she actually arranged Nia Long's travel to Boston.
Right, that's exactly right. That's exactly right.
She was the organizer to get Nia Long. She had to talk to Nia Long. She had to get. It's always somebody close to you. It's like the mafia. You know what I'm saying?
You said the mafia.
Can we do this next week?
The
too?
kiss of death is always the person closest to you. Hold on, no.
I'm not tuning you out. I'm just saying.
No, you are saying, but I'm gonna keep talking anyway. So, yes.
Might just put some background music on.
No, go ahead, Robbie. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying. She organized a trip for Nia Long and her son, their 10-year-old son, to go to Boston to move from LA. So the problem is he done told her that he done gave her the okie doke. She was having problems in her marriage because she ain't had no black dick. That's number one. 2, he was telling her, "I'm not with my girl. I'm not happy because, we're not together at all." So she fell for it, right? He's like, "Yeah, well, we're both in a situation."
Girls need along. Like,
Well,
that's not a
Halle
regular
Berry
bitch.
got divorced 3 times.
Who?
Halle Berry.
She's a little retarded.
No, I'm gonna tell you, if you got the standard, if Halle Berry gets cheated on, if Beyonce gets cheated on,
It's not about
no
looks.
one's safe.
You talking about looks that's regular to them.
But here's
in that
the
world,
issue
that's
I'm
regular
having.
to them.
That is true.
Here's the issue I'm having. Why did he get suspended without the woman getting fired? She violated company policy too. She was an
It's a double
employee.
standard.
Her husband was a consultant. He wasn't even an employee. She was.
It's double standard.
No, and that should no. I'm sorry, and maybe I'm betraying my own, species as a female.
Do what you're doing.
But if women want to be equal, then you got to take equal responsibility for everything.
Good for the goose, good for the gander.
He wasn't married. She was. Why should she stay at a job when he's got to go?
And she was actually sinning.
Maybe she got more powerful people,
Who cares?
Oh, absolutely. That's what happened.
and he gave
once
her,
again-
and she gave him an out.
Absolutely. He fucked up.
He fucked up.
No. He fucked up. He fucked above his pay grade.
Yes.
Oh.
No, I don't think he knew.
He fucked
Yeah.
I
up.
don't think
Yeah,
he
he
knew.
fucked up.
No.
Yeah.
This happens
He
all
knew
the
it.
time.
He knew he was fucking his boss's woman.
No, it wasn't his boss. He was a consultant.
This woman's powerful for some reason.
Listen,
for her
you
not
think
to
he
get fired,
know all the
She's
dynamics?
white. I mean, of course.
Come on, Robbie. You think he didn't know the whole dynamic of what was going on?
First of all,
Of
her
course
husband
he
don't
did.
even work for the Boston Celtics.
What?
Her husband didn't work for the Boston Celtics. He was a consultant. He was a vendor.
So here's a question. Now it gets interesting. So he didn't work for the Boston Celtics.
No.
He was a consultant. Is he more powerful because he was a consultant?
No,
to the
he's
situation?
more powerful because of who he knows.
Oh, yeah. And once again, okay, check this out. He fucked up.
he fucked up.
Right.
Yes.
Above his pay grade.
Correct. And so
But
now he
she's not
fucked
the
up.
only one.
That
But
he
she
fucked up.
she wasn't the goose that laid the golden egg.
Yeah, well,
So
one of the guys
so
that's
apparently he's been fucking women.
right,
Oh, he's out of
bugging. He been
control.
bugging. He been bugging.
He's out of control.
Got
So
no
he's a
dick
serial cheater.
control. That's all. And fucking up.
No.
So where does it go
So
from here?
here's
What
the
happened
question.
to us now?
Here's the question I have. So they've been engaged for 7 years.
Can we do it as a cliffhanger?
All right,
Nah.
let's save it
I'll
for
ask
the
the
next.
question and then we can pick it up next week.
All right.
How long is too long to be a fiance before you realize?
You're not Beyonce.
Hello.
I like that shit. I like that
How long is too long to be a fiance before you're a Beyonce?
shit. Check that shit out.
Next week.
So her middle name should be.
Hey, everybody, next week,
All right, I had a joke there, but we'll wait till next week.
hit the Cash App. Hit the stars. Hit the likes.
Stars were going good.
Hit the shares. And next week,
I gotta figure out how to get the
same
money.
bad time, same bad
channel.
station.
There you go. I